How's it going, people? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Feels like I haven't been here for a little while. That's how regular we've been. Shama, how you doing, man? What's good, Maverick Rays? What's good, man? Hope everyone is good. Not sure how long we're going to be on tonight. My boy Bodak, I've just realized, is doing a stream as well. So we'll see how things go. He tends to stay on quite long as well, so we'll see. But yeah, I hope everyone's well. How you doing, Bomb? What's good, man? What is good? How you doing, brother? Shout out to you. Hope you're well. Hope the family's well. I haven't caught a stream for a while. Yeah, it's probably been like a couple weeks or something. Yeah, not too long. I appreciate having you back though, man. When do you take off your pants? you keep receipts like nobody else, bro. You keep receipts like nobody else. I didn't mean this Thursday. No, I meant that was another Thursday. What do you mean? I was about to ask why you're so desperate to see me with my pants off, and I realized I don't really want to answer that question or ask that question. Then we know the stream's just gonna go downhill from here. How you doing, though, guys? What's going on in your lives? Tell me what's up. It was kind of weird having a day off yesterday. I felt like something was missing, but it's good to be back. How you doing, Westy? What's good, brother? Otis, what's good, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, we'll just settle in for the evening, see what's up. As usual, I don't really have I don't really have a plan of what we're going to talk about. We'll just see what everyone's saying. Last time me saying I can't see Jourdain beating Grant, I think. I did say that was one to stay away from. I mean, I didn't expect Jourdain to mow through him as quickly as he did, but I didn't like the odds on that one, so I ended up betting on no one. Hindsight's 2020, innit? It just is. Yeah, a couple of weeks. Yeah, that sounds about right. Turned out to be a fairly decent card, to be fair. I mean, outside of the main event, which we never really want to talk about. You want to fight, bruv? I mean, do I want one? What's in it for me? What do I get? Tolkien Homo mod in the building. Frankie, how you doing, Smelly Fingers? What's good, bro? What is good? How's everyone doing today? What's your week been like? What's been going on? As always, happy to be here. I'm gonna try and do like a stream every day until Sunday, and then I'm basically back at work, back on the grind. So, can anyone name 5 fighters on this card? Barely, and that's only because I know like Dumont and fucking know who's she fighting. This is gonna be a tough one. Tell me this has happened in the Apex, right? They did not charge people money for this shit. Please tell me they did not do that. I haven't checked, but Onama and Garcia is crazy. I don't mind Garcia having a main event, but Onama is crazy. This guy is shit. Did you watch Stephen King's new HBO series? What's it called? A prequel to the It movies. I'm a big fan of Stephen King, I've got to say. I have read a lot of his works, and he is consistent. I don't know how this fucker keeps banging out book after book after Dumont versus Vieira. That's it. I still haven't locked my parlay in for this weekend because I'm not sure. I had like 4 lined up, but I'm surprised they didn't do like this main event is so bad, yeah. Dumont versus Vieira is probably a higher profile fight. That's how bad this is. Westy, don't waste your time. It's honestly, it's a bad card. When I saw it pop up on when they do like adverts on the side, I couldn't believe it. How you doing, Cheyenne, man? What's good, man? Wasn't Stephen King a cokehead? I would hope so, man, because that would explain a lot. That's the only reason I can see why this guy is so prolific. I don't know how many novels he's written, but it must be well over 100. I'm gonna say he's prolific, and to be fair, he never writes anything that's outright shit. Like if you pick up any Stephen King novel, it's gonna be at the very least readable. He wrote The Shining blacked out according to him. That makes it even more goated, in my opinion. It just does. He's not one of my favorite authors, but I'll give him props. He's can't wait to watch it for 5 hours. The thing is, yeah, the good thing about it being at the Apex is it will start at about 9 o'clock for me, which means like a 3 a.m. end time, which isn't that bad. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to start thinking about how I digest these cards because, like, I have been blessed this year, a little bit too blessed. I've been able to watch a few cards early, and I've been enjoying it. Jesus, imagine writing The Shining and not remembering. This is the thing, yeah. Imagine it would probably be an interesting way of doing it because when he goes and reads it, then he's probably scared himself. He's like, "Fuck me." How you doing, Nando's, my Swedish bro? What's going on, man? Thoughts on Rampage Jackson saying John Jones eye pokes on purpose when he trains to eye poke people? I mean, that wouldn't surprise any of us, would it? He's a dirty cheater. Oh, Radke's on the card as well. I actually think Radke's got a decent shot. He's facing an opponent who's undefeated. I think the guy's 9-0. But I'm taking Radke to win this fight. Radke's actually pretty good. If you let him get into things, he's actually pretty good. And he's one of those guys here who another one who dropped an F-bomb on live TV. Manel Cap set the tone, and then Radke came in for the old 1-2. Calling everyone a faggot is just based. How fucked up did you have to be to not actually to be able to think, but The Shining is in your head, bro? It's like a God-given gift, man. Crap, I'm late, but I'm here. We're only 6 minutes in. We're good. How is Dumas fighting again? I've got no idea. I mean, he did have his nutsack wrapped up in the last one, but I don't understand either. He's so bad at fighting, and he's a woman beater, not even a wife beater. He's a woman beater. What is life before birth, and what is life after death? Think. Energy waiting to be expelled, and energy that goes back into the universe, in my opinion. Although we're all pixels, right? So, pixel energy. Said he would just drink hard liquor and smoke cigarettes. Yeah, that sounds about right. That to me adds up, if anything. How you doing, Kush? What's good, bro? Hope you're well. I've been seeing you around a lot lately. It's awesome, man. Oh, and Idaho's in the building. How you doing, bro? I've got to stop looking over there. Oh, I think we're dealing with a lot of years of aggression built up inside. I feel bad for whoever gets in the octagon with that motherfucker. Yeah, Radke is an angry individual. It's like King was channeling the dark arts through his soul while writing those stories. You saying he's high off his nut when he wrote most of his novels makes all the sense in the world today. Bro, today is day 5 to join watch live stream. Bro, you have been consistent as hell, and I appreciate it. Frankie, you excited for Saika Izawa this weekend? I'm going to be honest, bro. Still don't know who the cunt is. No idea who the cunt is. To be fair, you did send me some explicit images of her, and I do appreciate that. That was very nice of you. I've never seen her fight though. Are they actually putting her in there with? I mean, I know all women are cans, but are they putting her in there with somebody who might actually stand a chance? Any Halloween plans, Frank? I'm going to Cadbury World tomorrow with my kid. I just got back from the. I don't want to call it a planetarium because it's not quite that. It's like a science. It's not a science museum either. It was dog shit. I somehow got milked for like $200, and I don't even know what we achieved in this trip. However, I'm starting to think my son might be a psycho, and I'm going to get into the story in a minute. I'm starting to think he might be. You know all those stories I was telling you about him getting, like, he was dealing with a bully and stuff at school? I'm starting to think there might be more to it. He revealed his dark side today. I'm just sticking to college football this Saturday, not interested in these fights. I'm going to watch it because I can't help myself, because I'll probably stick some money on it. And, you know, once that's in play, it doesn't really matter who's fighting. This card is the scariest thing this weekend. It is. It's terrifyingly bad. How you doing, that BN, man? What's good, man? Thank you so much for pulling up, as always. I am back. Give me a huge shout out, baby. What's good, Ash? I love how you've put the little rose in your name as well. That's not zesty at all, bro. And I love you for it. My flower is the white lily. I quite like it because all I'm going to say, the moment that you see it open up is beautiful, and it kind of reminds me of something. Casual, she's the greatest fighter of all time. How tall is she? Let me ask that question before I get on board. I'm looking forward to 322 so much. It's a great card. We've got a few coming up. How you doing, Lancaster? That's what I'm going to call you now. I heard he doesn't even remember writing Cujo because of the drug use. Kuho. Let's pronounce it properly. Stephen King is one of the greatest writers of all time. He's not amazing, but he's consistent, and I got to give him credit for that. And the amount of works that the amount of like television adaptations and movies that have come from that guy's work is probably incomparable to anyone. I read it out, bro. I read it out. How you doing, Lane? What's good? She's the tallest person to ever live. Skip that then. Having your flower is gay as fuck. Nah, bro. It's actually the opposite, because what I was alluding to is when a white lily opens up here, it looks like a certain part of a female. There's something wrong with me. How we doing though? Idaho, I should just delete them for you and then you won't be as sad. Wow. Wow, that's a cold way to deal with it. King may be a cipher. He may be a font for ghostwriters. He might be. He might be. He might be. Like a modern day Shakespeare, yeah? How you doing, yellow faced fuck? What's good, bro? I feel like I know you from somewhere, or you've got a very similar P for P to somebody who comes in here. Oh, look, the real Idaho has turned up. If the Epstein files ever come out, I gotta warn y'all, Stephen King's definitely gonna be on that list. We know that. Watching all the way from South Africa. You've been in here before, and I appreciate you, bro. Islam accepted Ilya call out in the White House. What do you think? Who will win? Depends on what weight class it's at. I still don't think that fight's gonna happen because I think something's gonna go wrong to fuck it up. That's what I'm thinking. One of them's like, because the way that I see it, yeah, a win or a loss for Islam could stop that fight from happening. If they both win, that's where it's obviously the most likely. But I think Ilya's going to do the whole, come down to 155 and get your belt back. Can you read my comment about reincarnation? Hang on a second. What did you say about reincarnation? He's a great writer, but he's a flaming progressive. Did it come earlier than that? I honestly can't see it, man. I think it's a top chat thing again, man. Really sorry, man. I try not to skip anything, but it happens a lot now. It happens a lot, and I apologize. I'm sure it was amazing. Gable Steve. Okay, who's he fighting? I'll be honest with you, man. I didn't really know that much about Gable Stevenson until about 6 months ago. So I know the difference between women assaulted, pedophiles, and real pedophiles. I'm gonna have to stand my ground. Which one do you reckon? Old Stephen King falls under? If I had to guess, I'm gonna go nonce. I'm gonna go nonce because of It the Clown, man. It's a bit noncy. You won't even talk about Seika Ezawa. What kind of channel is this? The best in the game. I'll try and watch. Do you know what? Yeah, if you remind me, send me a reminder this weekend, and I will watch her. I promise. And I stick to my word. If Ilya wins versus Paddy and Islam loses to JDM, bomb, they won't. That's the thing, because if Makhachev loses, which I'm starting to believe less and less in at the moment, why would Ilya say, you've just come off a loss? All right, come and fight me then. Because if he loses, it fucks up his whole thing. For Islam to get that fight with Ilya, he's going to have to win. But I think Islam will do the come up to 170 and Ilya will do the come down to 155 dance, and it ends up not happening. That's my feeling on it. What if the tunnel of light you see when you die is just the opening of another vagina? I mean, but we never remember though, do we? So we're never going to find out. And has the light at the end of the tunnel thing ever been confirmed? What is your reaction? And maybe, yeah, if you get resuscitated in your actual life, that's how you get stillbirths. Have you ever thought about that? So when you're about to go, and then and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and then you get resuscitated, and then there's a baby coming out, it just comes out with a blank slate. Have you thought about that? I'm willing to take this theory ball and run with it, sir. Stephen King probably hurt some babies, but a young girl crying rape because she went out too late and her parents caught her, that's a different thing. Wow, shit, man. That might be the most scary thing a female has ever said in this channel. Wow. Alex and Ilya have a chance to become 3-division champ. I agree. I think it's a race now to see who does it first. But I imagine it's probably going to piss the UFC off. Like if Ilya wins the belt and then drops it immediately to go up, I don't know if the UFC is going to be too happy about that because there's plenty of fights for him at 155. That's seriously dark, Frank. It is. But then it's not a death, is it? It's just the soul that didn't enter a body. How you doing, Watermelon Cat? What's good, man? Good to have you here. I'm not sure if I've seen you here before, but welcome to the chat. You're always welcome. Oh my God, I've been pronounced clinically dead twice. So I'm probably responsible for 2 still. Well, I'm not saying this is an actual thing. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just clinging on Smelly Fingers' coattails right now. I've been near death in a car crash and got sucked up at high speed into nothing for a white light in about a minute or so. Man, that must have been terrifying. I mean, were you aware of what was going on in your head? Were you able to think in that moment? I'm in the background listening and rolling up. I think I'm going to make this official for the next stream. Yeah, I'm going to try and get my hands on some weed and I'm going to show you I'm going to show you how I roll. Yeah. Cause I haven't done it for like near on 20 years now. So it's going to be a shit show, but we'll give it a go. Just don't pick on me. Yeah. For being a soft fucking UK guy. Cause I'm going to put cigarette in my shit. Now I've got 24 hours basically to find myself a dealer. No, Ilya said I made a promise to the UFC I won't go to 170. Exactly. Do you see where the problem lies? Thoughts on Steve Garcia? I think he's very, very good. I think he's very good. I think he wins on Saturday night. I think he wins brutally. I think he wins in round 1 over David Onama. Legit. Who wins? You or CM Punk? Wow. I think he would beat me, to be fair. He's had some training. I reckon he would. I reckon I could go 3 rounds of him though. I'll be honest. I can't see him knocking me out. Why don't you do it for 3-2-2? I don't know if doing it on a watch along would be a good idea. Because the most likely thing is I'm gonna need like a fake get out clause. You know when I whitey out and I can't handle it? I need to be able to be like, oh guys, like my son's in bed. Or my son just woke up, and then be able to duck out so I can go and pass out somewhere. What's your reaction if Ilya versus Islam fight fix and someone pulls out in the last week? I will be raging, bro. Of course. Living in London, I might have some dealers. I'm not in London, I'm in Cambridge, but I'm a 45-minute train journey away. So let me know. I do know somebody that I used to work with who said she smokes weed every weekend. So we'll see. Islam or Khabib. I think if they actually fought, Khabib would actually beat him because, Big Bro him and all that. Big Bro always wins no matter what happens. But I think fight skills, Islam's more well-rounded. Habib fucking strikes like Juliana Pena. I've said this. Are we dealing with cartels now in this chat? It's a little bit of weed, bro. Let's not get too excited. So yeah, Leo's boy, I will go with, like, if they both didn't know each other and it wasn't a big bro thing, I would go with Islam beating him just because he's got better striking. Way better striking. And his striking's not even that hot, but it's way better than Khabib's. People forget, man, CM Punk had wars with Mike Jackson and Mickey Gall. I mean, to be fair, with Mickey Gall, he lost by decision, right? Which is kind of embarrassing. Oh no, he got finished, didn't he? Yeah, that's embarrassing. But Mickey Gall wasn't even that bad. Black collar is suited on you, mate. Thanks very much, man. I feel like my skin tone can go with anything, apart from yellow. I can't really pull yellow off. Otis, maybe if you're have you ever heard of Professor Ian McGilchrist? Good question. When you want to do it, let me know. I've got to be high too. Sweet, man. I'm down. We can have like a high as fuck stream. I'm gonna throw up a quick poll in the chat because I've got do you know what fucks me up right now? Musicals on as well, and Bodak's about to be on in half an hour. So this might not be a very long one for me tonight. I might have to let's go. My email. I'm just gonna ask this quickly because I'm just a bit curious. My emails. I wonder if I'll be allowed to put this in there. Let's have a look. There we go. Frank is El Chapo. Mate, I couldn't be further from that. I could not be further from that. Ilya shouldn't have to go to 170. Islam owes it to the 155 division, considering he's been champ. But then you've got the problem of if he wins the belt against JDM, what's he going to do? Just give it up and go back down? It's mad, bro. I don't think it happens. I think the only way that fight happens here is if they do like a catchweight fight where they say, look, we got you know, we'll just fight for a belt. Like we won't fight for a belt. We'll just fight to see who's the best. And then it will be legit champion versus champion. Gall subbed him in 2 minutes. I mean, shouldn't have really taken that long, to be fair. Any striker who can beat Hamzat, all of them. Anyone who can make him wrestle for longer than 2 minutes and actually tank him out a little bit, I think beats him up. I think Imavov and Fluffy Hernandez both have a legit chance. But I'm worried that Fluffy is gonna lose his next fight somehow. Beans, do you think Max Holloway can beat Charles Oliveira now? Yeah, I do. Tough fight though, because Charles Oliveira has leveled up considerably, whereas Max Holloway has just remained consistently good. Dr. Pepper or cola? I used to be a big Dr. Pepper fan. I've got a better answer for you, man. Cherry cola. I'll go cherry cola. GSP is the natty goat if you don't want to give Jones his due. I don't hate that. The thing is, yeah, there's not really a wrong answer to this question, because you can basically goat them for very different reasons. I think a healthy RDR could be problems for Trump. Nah, he's not. He wouldn't be. He lost to Brendan Allen, bro, and got mogged. And nobody that loses to Brendan Allen can be like a champion, in my opinion. He is a 5 to 10 fighter at best. That is his ceiling. It was embarrassing. RDR is not even in the conversation anymore. But at least we know that Fluffy would have beat RDR. Because Fluffy's gas tank is sense. The best thing about Fluffy is he's got a chin and he's got a gas tank. So there's no way. What if JDM knocks Islam out in round 1? His career is ruined. The real GOAT is CM Punk. Yeah. The thing is, with CM Punk, people shit on the guy all the time, yeah. But let's be real. CM Punk had balls to even get in there. He really did. What did Anders say? Frankie, you never linked your Discord. Hang on a second. Let me do that. The only reason I haven't, Smelly, is because I'll give it to you. But the only problem is, hang on a sec. Let me just pull it up now. Oh fucking hell. Let me just continue to hang on. Which one's my Discord? I'm not even sure. My Discord has been so inactive for like the longest time. I think this is, oh yeah, it's called the Chad Network. Of course it is. Let me try and hang on a second, Smelly. How do I invite somebody? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, here we go. Is it this one? Nope, not create channel. That's not it. Hang on a second, bro. Create invite. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't know how to do this, man. How the fuck do you copy a link on Discord? I have no idea what I'm doing. Hang on a second, boys. Create invite. Nope. That's not. Oh, yeah, there we go. I got it. I got you, bro. I got you. Hang on. There we go. Bro, what the fuck are you even talking about? Zainab, absolutely nothing, bro. We were talking about who's the GOAT, kind of. How you doing, Rooney? Sick name, man. Yeah, CM Punk would fuck me up. I'm not even gonna lie. Why are the Stark family cowards? What makes you think that? What makes you think that? Only we said consecutive defenses, not total defensive. Frank, see this. What is this? What is this? Hang on a sec. Let me reload my channel. Hang on a sec. By the way, boys, usual procedure. If you wouldn't mind liking the stream, I'd very much appreciate it. 47 for John. I kind of expected that. But you know, it's early in the night. Things can change. What's this? Curtis. Who is this? What is this? What am I looking at? How old are you? I'm 41 years old. Do you think Gustafsson will return? Ah, he's done. It pains me to say this. I know you're a Swede and a proud Swede, yeah. I'm sorry to say it, yeah. It's over for Gustafsson. I don't think he should come back. But maybe he can bring the next one up. Soon Great Britain will be United States territory. You mean in the same way that you're really a British territory? Early stoppage, man. Don't get too excited. Someone in the far future will be the greatest of all time based on probability alone. Well, yeah, 100%. Recency bias comes into a thing. Ask Crystal. Crystal, what am I looking at? What is Curtis Lee Cahoon? Every time GSP and Jones fought, they defended their title. I don't let the UFC tell me who the champion is. Otherwise, I would have been disappointed with the heavyweight division. So you're still standing on business of John Jones being the true champion, yeah? Is that what you're saying? That's for me. What do you mean? What am I missing here? How you doing, Peaceful Page? What's good, man? I am technically Crystal Marie Cahoon. So what you're saying is, yeah, what you're saying is you used to be a man and then you died that day and then you arose as a woman. Is that what you're saying? I love GSP. I watched his fight versus Bisping and it was actually closer up until the finish. Bisping did have a good fight. He really did. Bisping, he's not the most skilled guys, yeah. But he was always tough as nails. You got to give that to Mike. Don't forget, Frankie, you'd be speaking German if it wasn't for the US. But yeah, that's because we brought you over to do our dirty work for us. It doesn't change my point. I'm not British, bro. I'm not British. You're basically us. Thoughts on diet soda? I don't really see the point. I'll be honest with you. If you're gonna drink soda, you just might as well go all in. Do you know what I mean? If you wanna have the enjoyment of having a soda every now and then, just have the full hog. I don't think it tastes that bad, but it's obviously a big enough difference for me to not fuck with it. I don't really fuck with soda in general because it's just really bad for you. It's bad for your teeth. It's bad for your belly. So yeah, German-speaking Frankie would be able to eviscerate Gilly in German. What a thought! The thing is, yeah, if Germany had won, I would have just been in Ireland, innit? I would have never come over here. Unless you assume that Germany would have gone over and given us a little bit of doggy style as well. Frank, do you watch boxing? I do, man. I do. I used to be no motherfucker. That's my brother, and I miss him. Oh, I wasn't sure what you were getting at there. So that's your brother. Okay. No, that's cool. Sorry. I totally misunderstood that situation. I wasn't about to go at you, by the way. You know I love you, Crystal. I'm Irish too, Frankie. About to start doing some research as to where my family come from. I'll let you know. Never know, man. We could be related. You know how us Irish go down. Bunnying it up. He died because of false accusations ruining his life. Jesus Christ, man. It's just got dark. I wish I'd had some. Why don't Westy? I'm blaming you for this. I'm blaming you for this. You should have given me some context. Triple N will start from tomorrow. How you doing, Travis Pedro? What's good, man? Have you ever tried Connor's whiskey? Not only have I tried Connor's whiskey, yeah, but I mixed it with Prime on a stream, and it was the most awful shit I've ever had. Hey man, do you happen to believe in free will? I mean, I do, but it's complicated, isn't it? Like, I don't know. Because I believe that time is circular. It's how you see the concept of time, really. Have you ever seen that Red Dwarf episode where the universe expands and then contracts and then everything goes backwards? I don't know what the Triple N challenge is. I have a feeling it can't be good. If it's on this channel, it can't be good. Connor's whiskey is awful. You're not wrong. It's not great. Frankie, do you subscribe to any religion? Nah, not really. I'm an agnostic. I kind of dabble. I'm begging for help in a very high. So you want donations? I got you. I was so confused, man. Yeah, donate to the Crystal. I completely misunderstood the situation. I don't even know why that was the first thing to came. Do you know why that was the first thing that came to mind? I'm going to defend myself right now, yeah. You're obviously a woman, yeah, but you're so based, yeah. Would it be too crazy for me to believe that you had a dick back in the day? I mean, would it? That's how based you are. Some fucker went at Crystal for defending Melson because of the accusations levied against him. Right, I understand what you're saying. The thing is, though, yeah, I get that. Certainly that accusation is awful. Oh no, not November. I'm sorry, man. I can't commit to that. I'm very sorry. I told you guys before, yeah. Once, yeah, I did like 4 months of no nutting, and it had very dire consequences. Is God good or evil? I think God is a balanced entity. Babe Ruth or Willie Mays is the GOAT of MMA. All right. So you just have to select other cunt. That's the one you need to go for. Imagine being one of those people that lost to Brendan. Imagine being a legend of the sport like Mirko Krokop and losing to Brendan Schaub. Brendan Schaub wasn't that bad. He was washed, to be fair. Long story short, accusations can end somebody's life. We're coming up on the anniversary of my brother's death. Enough of that. Don't get me wrong. No, fair enough. I obviously I had no idea. We've never spoken about this before, and I've known you for a long time, so apologies. And rest in peace to your brother. You know, I know it must be a hard time to go through an anniversary like that, to have to think about it. Donations we already lost, but people blame people just because they were underage as crap. That's why my brother died. Can you give me a little bit more context if you don't mind, Crystal? If it's not painful to do. I mean, just in general. You don't have to get into too specifics. How so? What happened when I've never fapped. That's I mean, you know, I release a nut every now and then of my own volition. We all do. But this yeah. This going into a trance thing, I can't really understand. I'm not really that into it. What's the national sport of Ireland? I would say the number one sport in Ireland is probably rugby. But they have their own stuff. They've got hurley and they've got Gaelic football, which is fucking sensational. Gaelic football, when you know what it is, it should be the most watched sport of all time. Me and my brother were so close. I don't blame you for maybe thinking I did have a D back in the day. My brother basically raised me, and then I watched him get torn apart. False accusations are gross. Thoughts on the Simon Feck fiasco? Haunter, can you enlighten me as to what this fiasco is? Because I'm not entirely sure. I heard that he was doxxed by a certain member of the community. We know who that member is. But I don't know the full context. So maybe if you can provide it in an unbiased way, because I know what a cunt you are. If you could give me an unbiased view of it, maybe I can give you my opinion live on it. By somebody accusing him, saying he did bad things because they were underage back in the day. It's been stuck standing up since I got on my own, and now I tear the difference apart. Free email. The email things I've got to be honest here is a little bit more. I'm more understanding of that situation, and people may not like that, but No, there's a difference between fapping and, like, whacking one out, yeah. And again, I don't really fully understand the Mason Melson situation either, but from what I've heard, I heard he was, like, 16 and she was, like, 14 or something, and he didn't know. So in that situation, if the guy didn't know and he thought she was 16 and then he broke up with her straight afterwards, I don't see the issue. But if he knew he was 14, if he knew she was 14, that's obviously a different matter. Obviously, it's a regrettable situation, but there's a difference from having a girlfriend that you didn't know was underage and you're a kid yourself and actively knowing and then going about targeting girls of that age. There's a difference, right? OJ Simpson was the greatest. OJ Simpson would have got stomped out in rugby, bro. Don't be so disrespectful. What's the difference between combat sambo and MMA? I think the strikes that you're allowed to use. Yeah, good. Yeah, I think it's the strikes. I think it's the general. I think it's the general rule set, really. I mean, there are similarities. I don't fap, but sometimes I'm stressed so much. I fap to stay away from depression. I fap maybe once or twice a month. I, I mean, there's a difference between like like gooning off, yeah, and just whacking one out, right? I'm assuming there is. It is painful, but I will get into some specifics. No charges were actually brought up because everything traveling across the town, silent whispers. He got kicked out of society, which was his main income, mine as well as. I mean, that's disgusting. But I've been saying this for years. Yeah, if anyone lies, yeah, if anyone lies about getting raped or any of that shit, they should go to jail. They should do the same jail term that the would-be rapist would get. Go Aku, how you doing, man? Nice to see you here. Welcome to the channel. Are you from England or Zimbabwe? It's not Zimbabwe. Have you got into bare knuckle at all? I have, man. I enjoy bare knuckle. Bare knuckle is going to be huge. It will be the #2 organization. I don't think Norma Dumont is that good looking. She's a road 5. Do you know that Geo MMA guy? Yes, I do. He's been on panel quite a few times. We had a little chat the last time we went live, and it didn't really go that well for either of us, if I'm being honest. Some would argue it went worse for one guy over another guy, but that Zimbabwe comment really, I nearly burst out laughing there. You nearly got me. Same home and it was hell. He decided to end his life rather than deal with all the whispers going around town because nobody could prove anything. That's what I'm saying. That's why anyone who's falsely accusing anyone, and I don't know what I would do if somebody did the same thing to me. I genuinely don't. That must be one of the hardest things to ever deal with. To be accused like that and have nobody believe you. The thing is, though, I'm assuming that his family rallied around him. That guy is an actual loser. He swears he calls people the F word, and I don't like him. I'm not a big fan of the F word, I've got to be honest. Guru is a crush on Dumont. It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't think she's bad by any means. She's all right, but she's not really my type. She's a bit too big and she's a bit too white. I'll just keep it real for all of you in here. But Crystal, I really appreciate you sharing. No boring bare knuckle fight in history, but golly, these guys are a different type though. The injuries they get as well is it's another thing, man. And they fight quite regularly as well, to be fair to them. Notice how few eye pokes are in bare knuckle, where even because, but that's the thing, you can just throw ham, bro. You don't need to poke eyes. Throw ham, because you've got no excuse to hold your fingers out. You're going for a meaty connection. Honestly, dude, you look like a guy from Zimbabwe. Is it because it's dark in here? And I can't believe I just said that out loud. Scratch that, scratch that, scratch that. I take that back. I take that back. Yes, you like skinny black chicks like me. Fuck yeah. I've been with a few black girls. I've got to be real. It's not a situation I'm ever going to repeat. I love tornado sirens. What is it about them that gets you going, sir? You're a gay Muslim here. Wow. That must be rough. That must be rough. Well, Michael, they do say that Irish people are the black people of Europe. So what do you have against your own group of women? I don't like their attitudes. It's generally their attitudes. With white women, yeah, it's not really an attraction thing. It's more of a, I just hate their stinky, shitty, entitled attitudes. I'll be honest. Frankie, you remind me of a Roblox character. What are you doing playing Roblox, Haunter? You're a 40-year-old man. Do things that are appropriate for your own age, you noncy fuck. Frank is from Lesotho. I feel like I've got to add it to the list. That must be rough. Gay Muslim jokes. This guy farts. This guy is a legend. Well, it would be rough though, wouldn't it? I'm assuming you're getting it out here a little bit. Like, if this is your place to vent, then fair enough, sir. You also look like Conan a bit. I'll take that. Conan's a legend, bruv. I'll take it. Hello, my favorite Irish British. I'll take it. Gay Muslims. And I knew a gay Muslim as well. When I was dating that Indian chick that I used to tell you about, you know, the one who was like really selfish in bed and had massive knockers and cut my hair off. She had a gay Indian friend named Ali, and he was actually married to a white dude. Yeah. I don't really have much more to that story. It's just a factual thing. He was zesty as fuck. He was like, because he was gay and Muslim, he turned up the gay to like 11 just to make it very clear to everyone that he was a bender. Bro, you're the funniest Zimbabwe person on earth. Come to Canada. I'm sure you get 86,000 for being a refugee. I would like that. I'd like some more money. Conan is the late night goat, 100%. Have you seen Andreas Bane Gustafsson? He was an absolute animal in bare knuckle, but now in the UFC, I did see him. He's actually decent. He got knocked out in his last fight, didn't he? I think he tried to go. I think he tried to. If I remember rightly, I might be wrong about this. In his last fight, yeah, he tried to press a little bit too hard, and then got chinned, which is unfortunate. Have you ever dated a Pakistani girl, Frankie? Nah. I did smash one out in a one-night stand though. Does that count for your question? How is our GOAT of MMA thing doing at the moment? Let's have a look at the poll. Fucking John Jones GSP has more than Mighty Mouse. That's interesting. Why did he marry? Who married a white girl? How are they stinky and shitty, man? Nah. I mean, she was a British Pakistani girl, and she was like I went to college with her. She was like a gymnast. So you can fill out the rest. I do find it funny that Zimbabwe people get to other countries by boat, but they can't swim. Tell me this logic, my man. Well, I mean, a lot of them are probably sitting at the bottom of the ocean. We never get to find out the ones that can't swim because they don't make it. But homosexuality is banned in Islam. He had to leave his religion he still claims he's a Muslim. I mean, I haven't spoken to the guy in like 20 years for obvious reasons. But he seemed to think he could do both at the same time. Go figure. I mean, homosexuality is technically not a thing in Christianity as well, but, you know, they still be bumming each other. So, I don't know, man. Ernie Johnson, fuck all, mate. But now I know you like beating women. Where did this come from? I don't like women beating... wait, who's the woman? Oh, you mean John Jones? Oh, yeah. Africans are born to cross... Jesus Christ, Batman. I like how you took a pause and then said illegally. To me, that makes it funnier. It's like you left the illegal part like separately, like that wasn't... I've been to the bottom of the ocean. It's not that good down there. All right, I'm going to have to strike it off the list then. Fair enough. I was planning on paying a visit at some point, but seeing as you've given me an honest review, I'm going to have to stay the fuck away. Khabib's manager is a terrorist. Oh, I hate Ali Abdulaziz. He was I mean, look at the guy. He was definitely involved. He must have said some crazy shit to be in the position that he must have been snitching. He must be the greatest snitch in human history. But think about it with Ali Abdulaziz. If he was a terrorist and a snitch, would you rather that he didn't snitch? Or does it just make him worse? How many men will have AI girlfriends by 2030? 75%. Especially when they can insert AI personalities into those realistic looking robots. Because that's on the cards, man. And then 100% of those men will die by triangle chokes when the AI take over. That's my prediction. I'm back from Mars. What's up? What's going on, bro? The ocean is deeper than you. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm kind of proving that these days. But good to have you back, Antec. It will not work like this. If you think he's a Muslim, then he will have to take punishment in Islamic rule. How funny, claim gay Muslim. I'm just being real with you, Travis. Like, I'm not saying you can be both, but he seemed to think he could pull both off, mate. Go figure. Why Russian Muslim are dominating the UFC? Are they though, Travis? Are they? Can you name me a current Russian UFC champion? I'll wait. No, instead of in front of his kids, he did it in front of the world. He did it multiple times. You can tell this wasn't. Oh yeah, you're talking about John Jones. Is he cannot be? He cannot be. You cannot. What's the word? Justify what he did. He's a scumbag. People say VR bitches are better than the real life ones. Don't knock it till you've tried it. That's what I'm going to say. I mean, I personally haven't given that a go, but until I do, I'm going to reserve judgment. Can I come on your panel? You absolutely can. I'm thinking I'm going to do an open one tomorrow. I'm thinking Friday could be the day. I'm just going to throw a link in the chat and then any cunt can turn up. Hopefully Clown Show will find his testicles and turn up. So you can put the word out. If he actually has any balls, I'll do an open panel tomorrow and he can pull up. We'll see what happens. The only thing is though, with verticals, I can only have 2 people on at a time. Gay Muslim and yeah. I mean, Ernie Johnson, how exactly are you defending John Jones? Well, what I do something about nothing podcast. What I do is I put a link in and you just have to click on it. Frankie, would you smash I was with an Indian girl for 3 years and she had really big knockers, but she wasn't hairy. She was 5'1". She had like, I mean, and I don't mean just random double Ds. I mean, you know, they were firm as fuck, but she could only last 10 minutes. It kind of ruined my dick game for a couple years because it took me a while to readjust. Why don't you go on Clown's panel? I'm never awake when he's on stream. And I don't go on Kick. Yeah, I don't even have Kick. And I'm not pulling up in his domain. Because I know what he does. Like he mutes people, he kicks people out when he's not happy, and then he says they crashed out and left. He can't be trusted. He's not reliable enough. If he comes in here, I will give him an honest cooking. The cooking that he deserves. I bet I could give you some knowledge on MMA. I'm an MMA expert from Zimbabwe. Let's hear it, bro. I am not an MMA expert. I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself a hardcore MMA fan. I'm an intermediate casual, is what I would say. And I'm more of a UFC watcher than an MMA watcher. Did she have those Hershey Kiss nipples? I'm not sure how to refer those. Frankie, are Pakistani chicks hot or just? I mean, they've got hot and ugly chicks, I guess. Hey, bro, we met again as yesterday. You said you came live every 2 days, but surprisingly today. So I did, yeah. Basically, I did 7 days in a row of live streaming, which I've never done before. So I felt like I needed a day off yesterday just to do me, you know. Glad to hear you're looking forward to cooking again, chef. I never plan my cookings. They just happen. Frankie throwing down the gauntlet. I've been saying this for a while. Clown has had every opportunity. I sent him chat messages in his videos where he was talking about me. No response, because obviously he's scared. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I would destroy him. He's got nothing to say. Here's the thing, yeah. When I was arguing with Gio, everyone was saying I cooked him, yeah. I did not cook him. We were just having a discussion. I would cook Clown Show on purpose. If you think that's a cooking and I'm not even trying yet, imagine what I would do to that fucking mental midget. Frankie, do you do 2 days and jerk off to? Why would I jerk off to my wife? What do you mean? That's a weird thing to do. Blink stay, welcome back. By the way, yeah, just a reminder to guys, if you wouldn't mind liking the stream, it would be very much appreciated. Much love. How are you, Blink stays? I love how everybody hates Clown Show. I even know who you're talking about. That guy is honestly a dork. All of us Zimbabweans hate him. I don't even hate him, but to be honest, Jay, he cannot get my pocket out of his hand and my dick out of his mouth. This is the problem. Matthew Clark, how you doing, bro? Frank, why do you think What do you think boxing is more popular than UFC? I think more watch it. I think because it's more of a it's been around for a lot longer, and I think more casuals pick up the odd. Here's a hot take here. I think MMA has more hardcore fans than boxing fans does these days, but I think more casual fans pick up boxing and drop it as opposed to MMA fans, if that makes sense. Jews killed Clark. I don't know about that. Have you got any evidence for me? Have you got any evidence for that? Well, you're too nice. He's actually a loser, and he thinks he's in a gang called the Clown doesn't have anything to do with Gummy Gang, does he? Frankie, I can imagine you and Clown becoming best buds, sipping wine until the sun comes up. Sounds really gay, bro. The thing is, yeah, I know what's gonna happen when Clown and he's gonna end up holding my pocket and being really nice because that's what he does. He talks shit when nobody's on, but then he becomes all amicable when you're there, doesn't say anything, and then as soon as you leave, he starts talking shit again. He's a pussy. That's all I'm gonna say. And the thing is, yeah, I don't even. I'll be honest, yeah. The way I talk about him, yeah, you'd think I'd hate him, yeah. I don't even care. All right, maybe I care a little bit. A tomato or a bottle of water? You just got me to say bottle of water, didn't you? Did that do it for you? I don't really know what the clown. I think with Clown Show, yeah. I think the lore of him, yeah. The only thing I know about Love from Brixton. You're not from Brixton. You're not from Brixton, Gilbert Jarvis. You're telling Porcupine my son. You notice how the South London came out of me immediately. You're telling Porky's lad. Who are you talking about? Nobody. He's just some MMA YouTuber who just likes to beef with everyone. He's an absolute mug. He's an absolute mug. Bro, are you British? I know I sound British, but I'm actually Irish. Have you seen the Google searches of specific Utah surgeons from Israel before Kirk's assassination? His own words. Watch Candace Owens release the text threads about who. I can't clown on that. I can't really comment on that. I don't know the full situation. You know me. Can you elaborate on the clown beef? Is he the guy who's tattooed like the? Nah. He never goes on camera because he's ugly and he's round. He's just basically he's a YouTube. He's not even a YouTube. He's not even an MMA streamer. He's a beef streamer, is what he is. From what I understand, yeah, I think he used to make videos back in the day where he used to track everyone's pics, which was actually a very, very good idea. And then he just got onto going online, beefing with other YouTubers to get like attention, and then crashing out and begging for money. Frankie, what does Pakistani pussy taste like? I wasn't into scuba diving back then. It was just a smash, and I gotta say, it was a good one. She was very, very bendy. Flexible was the word I was looking for. Your voice is like Tom Holland's. It's not really though. Tom Holland sounds like he's got the Queen's English, whereas I'm from the dirty South, you know, dirty Southwest London. Frankie, choose one: sex with Mia Khalifa, drink with Connor, train with Demetrius. I train with Demetrius. Mia Khalifa's been run through, and she's not even hot really. I don't know what I was talking about last time. Conor McGregor, I'm not really a fan of his anymore. So I train with Demetrius. I don't know why I said bendy fad. I don't know why I said bendy. I meant flexible. That came out really wrong. This is why I keep getting accused of being a bender. Ernie, do you count Jones in your GOAT list? I personally disqualify known Roy cheats. I mean, it's fair enough. Let me break it down. Do you remember Eubank versus Ben 1? Of course I do. I love Chris Eubank. How Eubank Jr. told him he has to beat him for boxing because he got caught with drugs. It's the same with John Jones. I agree with that, Unknown Sleep. Chris Eubank Jr. is one of the most underrated personalities in combat sports history. Chris Eubank Sr. is a funny cunt. And Chris Eubank Jr. is funny as well, man. Bendy works. Thanks for the let off fad, but that was a bad moment. Frankie, your thoughts on Musical on Argenti beef? Which one? Are they beefing again? I was in Musical's live stream the other day, and he was basically saying he needs to stop doxing people, or he's done with him, and I kind of get that. I'm stopping into boxing. We got to start somewhere, don't you? Yeah, boxing is all right. The thing is with boxing, yeah, it's either very, very shit or amazing. There's no in between. Junior is a man of morals. Junior is a man of morals, but he's also just funny, man. He's one of the funniest guys out there. And the thing is, yeah, he's one of those guys there that you can't catch him slipping when it comes to him being a wordsmith. I'll bend a bitch, fad. That is poetry. I love when people say base things and use alliteration at the same time. Do you lift weights, Frankie? No, I don't lift weights anymore. I just do push-ups, yeah, a lot of them. And I do chin-ups. I don't fuck with weights. You told me to ask fuck, marry, kill again when the chat isn't flooded with them. You got it. True, naturally funny. He's just naturally charismatic. He really is. I'm amazed that so many people used to hate the guy. Oh yeah, Yuri, I didn't have a chance to think this one over. I didn't have a chance. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to take a picture of it. And I promise you, next time we go into live chat, I'm actually going to think about it. I'm going to have a thoughtful response for you. Have you seen the side-by-side videos of when DJ won the second belt and when he beat the game Elder Scrolls? Hilarious. True. DJ is a character. And his wife's kind of hot as well. Shout out to DJ. Where do you work out? I've got a gym on the ground floor of my house. So I've got like a treadmill. I've got like I've got like a pull-up Smith's machine. You know, the one where you've got like the platform where it can just lift you up and down and you just add weights to the side. Shama, if Michael Jordan allegedly took PEDs or Tom Brady took PEDs, it doesn't mean that they are not still the greatest of all time at what they do. I can argue the thing is with PEDs here, from what I understand about them, they don't really help you that much in a fight. But what they do is they help you with recovery. So you're able to get more out of yourself. So I would say it matters as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, some other cunt getting 19% is this is why I love this community. The viewers asking fucking questions doesn't mean any fuck at all. All right. If anybody didn't ask any questions, mate, we wouldn't have a fucking live stream, would we? If anyone takes PEDs, especially if they pop multiple times, it should disqualify them from the GOAT list. It gives you an unfair advantage. And this isn't a thing yet where it's like, we're not sure. The cunt got caught 4 times. What do you advise for obese gay who works from home and plays games all day? Doesn't sound like you're harming anyone, sir. Keep stuffing donuts down your neck and jerking off, I guess. Are you a boxer? Nah, I'm a professor. Worse. I'm an academic. And I'll tell you something, yeah. I'll be perfectly honest with you boys, yeah. My hands here are shit. When I've been in any fights in my life, yeah, I've never thrown hands. I usually kick people or elbow them in the face, and I've been known to throw a few headbutts as well. I am shit at boxing. Conor beats John Jones 9 times out of 10. In what? I don't think Conor could beat John Jones at anything. I think he's better at beating up his wife. I think he's better at doing coke. Obese guy who wants to be healthy. Oh, shit. Oops. Sorry, I misunderstood that. Who wants to get healthy? All right, well, what I would do, yeah, if you want to get healthy, yeah, I would start small. So just take walks and stuff. Start light, yeah. A lot of the problems people have, yeah, when they first start working out, yeah, they try to go too hard too fast. They end up hating it, yeah, and then they never go back to working out. Just do more, just do more tomorrow than you did today and work your way up. And then the thing is, yeah, the more exercise you do, you'll start thinking, do you know what? Yeah, I've walked for half an hour today. I don't want to eat this cake because I'm undoing what I've just done. And then you'll put the cake down. And then gradually, and also, yeah, don't give up here if you don't see immediate results. So those are my 2 things. So what I'm going to advise to you, fat cunt, is get off your ass tomorrow, first thing in the morning, and just go for a fucking walk. Half an hour, get yourself home, instead, and take it from there. That's what I would say. Is smoking good? I've got a bit of a hot take on this one. I think as long as you don't abuse anything and you do something that lowers your stress levels, you're all good. Frankie's nickname in the streets is K9 because he'll bite a ninja. I will bite your nose off. If I'm in a desperate situation, I will bite your face. I don't give a fuck. What if I'm happy being a fat fucker? Then do you, bro. Do you? It sounded to me like the person who was relaying this question wanted a change. If you're happy, do you in it? 100%. I love that expression, does a bear shit in the woods. I used to use that all the time. And then I accidentally said it in front of kids once and it was really bad. I appreciate that, Unknown Sleep. Thank you for hanging around in the channel for as long as you had, because I'm amazed that anyone stays. It still baffles me to this day that anyone hangs around here. It's weird to me. It is weird. Hang on a second, boys. You finish PhD on an F-bomb. It's the only way to do it, man. When you get up there and you throw your up in the air and go, fuck all you, and you finish the sentence. Let's let Frankie put you and I in a war amongst each other. What's the fear? I'll tell you something, yeah. Antec is not afraid, Ernie. Antec is definitely not afraid. I think he would enjoy it. Did you message? I fucking forgot again. I'm going to message him right now. But boys, hang on a second. Because I've been promising to do this for a while. MMA Now 27. I'm going to do this right now. So I'm going to go on to his latest video that he streamed 2 days ago. And I'm going to say, hit me up for a collab. Done. He's a nice guy. Many people are saying that from 2025 to 2032, there will be many earthquakes, floods, diseases, crashes, accidents, wars all over the world. The global population will be reduced to only 640 million. That's very specific. Is that what AI is saying? If you ask AI some seriously dark questions, yeah, you will get some dark answers. If you ask AI right now, if there's a God, if they're going to kill us all, you'll get some very spooky responses. Poatan versus Bones, who wins? I'm going to side with John Jones just because he's got a more well-rounded skill set than Poatan does. But if Poatan's ever going to beat him, now's the time, I would say. Frankie, do you like to stay positive? Is this why you fucked so many women back in the day? I wasn't really thinking that way, to be fair. The thing for me with like smashing, yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. When I was in high school, yeah, no bitches wanted anything to do with me. I had one girlfriend, yeah, it was a Scottish girl, and she wasn't putting out. And I was probably scared for her to put out. So we were both very happy. She was like my virgin beard. And then one day, I don't know, man, my face kind of changed. I just started having more luck with the females. I don't know. I did a little bit of simping along the way. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, we all have to learn. Have you tried snus, a tobacco paste you put under your lip? 99% of Swedes can't live without it. I haven't tried it. And the reason why I wouldn't is because I'd end up being hooked on it just like you motherfuckers. My place is India. Where is your place, bro? I'm Irish, but I grew up in the UK. What's the KO of the year, Frankie? It's got to be Skiller from last. I thought he killed that dude. I'm going to go with him. But again, it's probably recency biased. Better Prime, GSP or Anderson Silva? That's a fight that we really needed to see. I would go with Anderson. Anderson would make people look fucking stupid. When Anderson was in his flow state, he was unbelievable. Frank got that Cyril mentality. No, you don't know. Well, what you could do, Antec, if you ever felt like coming on here, use a voice synthesizer. A lot of people do it. But if you don't want to come on, it's perfectly reasonable because I didn't want to come on here for ages. When's the last time you were ever in the presence of something or someplace or someone you ever revered? I would say, fuck, that's a really good question. I would say it was when I was in Japan. It was a long time ago. I was in Hokkaido, and the entire place was completely covered in snow, and I just felt like I was in some kind of dream. My chat GPT is dumb. They are inconsistent. How you doing, Ren? What's good? Ren, I need to hear your story. I don't know why. Frankie, do you have a public Instagram? What do you mean by public? I've got an Instagram. It's under Bad MMA Math, but I don't use it. If you want to catch me in DMs there, you've got to message me on Twitter. Simp her by making her squirt. That's Fad. Fad, you are the MVP of this fucking live stream today, my friend. You are the MVP. I don't know why white supremacists say only date white women to keep your genes pure, while these Latina bitches are so much better than their ass. I mean, you've got a point. I think we can end the KKK by just giving them certain booties. Do you know what I mean? Just your life story. Your life story, Ren. I just want to know what kind of person you are, where you're from. You know, how you doing, Hitler? Are you gay? All right, ding, ding, ding. We've had our first one. It took an hour, but we got here. And then you met Shogun. Yeah, exactly. I have an odd question, bro. Bro, it won't be the oddest thing anyone's ever said in here. Are you from the LGBTQ community? I'm not, sir. Sorry to disappoint you. You can move on now. Oh my God, Mia Khalifa's in the chat. What did she say? What did she say? What did she say? I'm a big fan. Brother, you're looking like Loki Thor. Oh, I've had this a couple of times as well. I'll take it, man. Fascinating. I have a Chinese scholar's garden I frequent with cherry blossom trees in snow that I revere in the same way. Beautiful, isn't it? I think the things that catch me the most are things of like insane like natural beauty. Insane. Oh man, I like to grab women while their legs are spread so they can squirt their beautiful juices all over the place. I remember the first time I made a woman squirt. It really, 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 'cause I didn't know what squirting was, and it really caught me by surprise. I was scuba diving on it. Do you know, I'm not gonna. Never mind. I miss you, baby. My finger still stinks from yesterday. How you doing, Drac? Drac. It's not very. It's not very chatty to kiss and tell, bro. Techers, you're going on about the wrong subject. I love it when you two go at it. Pornography made people homosexual. You reckon? You reckon that's your... In what sense? What do you think is because they were too overly exposed to dick and then didn't know what they were... And then they accidentally caught feelings? Is that what you're saying? What up, Frank Dog? How you doing, Juice Man? What's going on, Juice Man? Oh, okay. Well, I'm from Miami, Florida. If I visit Scotland often for my family and I go to college in the US, interesting. Okay. What do you study? I don't know why I'm singling you out, but you came in my chat a little while ago, and I think we got started on this conversation, and then something went off. Squirters piss me off. Why is that, Shooks? Why is that? No real chat of a man would say that. It is a fucking glorious thing to get the fountain going. It really is. Once I realized what it was, I've aimed for it like every single time. Failed miserably a lot of the time. I'm not claiming to be some dick swinging general out here. Mistakes have been made. You know, I've had a few bad innings. I'm not gonna lie. You know, the gun's gone off early a few times in the past. Not gonna lie, but we all learn, innit? We all learn. Frank, did you gamble in Vegas? Very little, very little. I was there with the I was there with the mother of my kids, and she's like a hardcore gambler. She's gambled like 100 grand in a night before. I've seen her do it, and she went in. It was kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie. I study literature. We've had this conversation, haven't we? This is why I felt like I wanted to talk to you. I think you're the person I was thinking of. What's your favorite unit you've done so far? Like, which aspect of the subject has most titivated you? I used to live in Hialeah, Florida 305. I've heard Florida is like the wild fucking west. Well, that's my major. I might change it though. What do you hope to... Let me put it this way, yeah. What do you hope to do with it when you finish, Ren? I'm still waiting for the woman beating PD. Oh. Frankie wants to get to know you. I mean, there's nothing... I mean, it's because it... All right, I'm falling all over myself right now. There was someone in the chat who brought up that they were a literature major. Pissing on the bed ain't fun. Why are you fucking a bitch on the bed? What are you doing? What are you doing, sir? If she's a known squirter, you take your business elsewhere. Hang on a second. Sorry, my monitor just turned off. Yeah, I get the pissing on the bed thing, but you got to get creative with that shit. Techers, I want to make. I mean, the thing is, if he doesn't want to go on panel, we might as well just drop it because it's his prerogative, isn't it? And it's not like it's going to end things. Because Ernie, yeah, I know you, yeah. Ernie, I know you, yeah. You will never admit defeat, and I respect you for it. I respect you for it. You'll keep banging on the same points over and over again until the person gives up, and I genuinely respect that as a strategy. Yeah, pissing in the bed is fun. It's weird, but it is what it is. I think it's a right. I don't think you ever truly feel like a man, like you've flown, until you make a girl squirt like crazy. Do you believe though that not all women can do it? Because I don't believe. Bro pissed on the bed last week. So it's not that big a thing then, is it? What's the most inappropriate thing a colleague has ever done at a colleague at your uni? One of my chem professors at Exeter was fired for telling an attempted grape story back in his youth during a lecture. Funny you mentioned that. Yeah, one of my fellow professors. Yeah, when I had my first year as a professor, one of my colleagues got fired. Yeah, for getting a blowjob off one of his students, and then she blackmailed him. She tried to get him to like fix her grades and shit, and he was like, "I'm not doing that." And then she snitched on him, and he got fired. So that was a good time. I honestly don't have a favorite unit. I like them all. If I was you, I'd stick it out then. But Renya, what are you planning on doing with it when you're done? The professor is making my class hard. Okay, in what sense? I saw you just leaving. Hi, I am from India. Where are you from? I'm from the UK, but I'm Irish, or vice versa. I forget. Crazy how you two are never going to give it up. Cheddar, how you doing, bro? Who is the tennis GOAT? Djokovic. I feel like Federer is the most naturally gifted tennis player. I'm pretty sure I've said the same thing before. I think Federer is the most naturally talented player of all time. But and that Nadal was the most hardworking, and that Djokovic is basically a blend of both of them. In Dream, we are pissing in luxury bathroom in the beautiful nature, which lead into pissing on the bed. It's happened to the best of us. I would like to say that I haven't pissed a bed in the last 15 years, but I have. I have. Sometimes a dream is just so realistic that you get confused. I've literally dreamed here of my actual bathroom, me getting up out of my bed, walking over to the toilet, and then I'm pissing and I'm like, why can't I feel something wet on my leg? And then I wake up. It hasn't happened for a while, but I'm way too honest in here. How you doing, Faffa Dad? What's good, man? MMA math, yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like a thing in it that you can basically look at somebody's stats and look at somebody's fighting style, and you can work out how somebody's going to win against somebody else, but you can't because retardation is a thing in fighting. Well, he actually has a really thick accent, and he's like very strict on how he wants to work. That's the problem that I have. I'm like with a lot of professors. I especially hate it when it comes to creative writing, because I know a lot of professors who, when it comes to the creative writing side of literature, if they don't like a genre or they don't like a particular story, they will mark it down despite the merits of how it hits certain features and stuff. And I have a problem with that. Biases come into it quite a lot. It sounds like a nightmare. Have you tried having a conversation with him or having a conversation with his superior? Because you're paying a lot of money for your degree, and if this cunt is going to fuck up your life, you're a statistic boy. You're a statistic guy. Moneyball, I get you. Moneyball can't exist in MMA, but I do believe in it in other sports. Like my team, Newcastle United, we played a Moneyball game now, and we've become a very, very shit team to a less shit team. So it kind of works. You come in here a lot and you say free Logan Paul. What are we freeing Logan Paul from? being a cunt. I am opposite. I actually like the plan, the sports. I suck at maths. Mighty Mouse all day. There's nobody in his class is as crazy as him. Mighty Mouse is my goat, and he's starting to catch up on the polls. We've got 72 votes. Let's go double M. Free men's dick. We also want to show up our body like Sydney Sweeney did. We don't want that. We don't want that. No. Let's no. Logan Paul's gay. He's a simp, is what he is, which is even worse. I mean, he's simping for an absolute whore. He must regret proposing to that fart. Oh my! And she's. Do you think Logan wife's missus is hot? What is a head with no brains? Is it? Is it me? Is it me? What are your thoughts on someone being gay? I've got no opinion about it. Well, I do have an opinion about it. Do you innit? If you're having consensual sex with another person who's into it, then do you? Just don't shove it in people's faces. And I say that about everyone. Keep your shit private. If you're straight, if you're gay, keep your shit private. Don't rub it in people's faces. Bro, is your channel monetized? And can you tell me how much money have you earned from your channel? So my channel is not monetized. I have chosen not to. So I have made nothing from YouTube. If anything, I'm actually down. Because I spent money on equipment and all that kind of shit. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for what we're seeing right now. Why are you gay? So, tell me, why are you gay? If you watch the whole clip of that whole fucking segment was amazing. Logan Paul is only great as a wrestler. Thing is here, Logan Paul is a simp and he's actually evil, but he is very athletic. You've got to give it to him. I don't watch wrestling though, it's for 12-year-olds. Hi, I'm from Russia. How you doing, Konstantin Ratarkar? How you doing, sir? We want a male version of Sydney Sweeney. Why? Why? Syndrome. Are you asking if I've got a syndrome? I've never been checked. Frankie, do you watch porn still? I've never really been a porn guy, you know. I don't really get off on other people fucking. It doesn't really do it for me. Whenever I need to take care of myself, yeah, I have other methods. Frankie is cracked to African guy's voice suspiciously. So was it bad? Yeah, I'm not very good at impressions. Regime change in the UK. All right, Skippy, if you could change the regime in the UK, what would you fix and how would you fix it? What would be the first thing you would do? Mighty Mouse all the way. Better person in and out of the octagon. Agree with you completely. Name five fighters Mighty Mouse beat before you vote for him. Cheddarhead, let's not play this game. Mighty Mouse had a very good record, man. And some of his wins are very, very underrated. I can name 5 people that he beat, but I don't know if other people can. So you might have one on that one. How you doing, Sharanjeet Singh? Nice to meet you, sir. Jane Bon. Good afternoon, sir. Very respectful way to enter this chat. I'm going to give you a little... If you could like the stream and subscribe, I'd very much appreciate it. Would you crack a female Dana? What do you mean by crack? Crack means something different in the UK. I don't want to be honest, but look how weird it sounds. Look how weird what sounds. I would put Rupert Lowe in charge. Fascinating. And what do you think Rupert Lowe would do? Out of curiosity. Frank, baddie or not? Who's a baddie? We're actually all up on the chat now. This has not happened in a while with me. I've probably missed a whole lot of shit though. How you doing, Jane Bon? Once again, welcome to the chat. Nice to meet you. Weather report, welcome. By the way, if you run up in here, please tell us where you're from and tell us what you're into. I Show Speed or Logan Stronger? Logan's obviously stronger. Logan's huge. I quite like I Show Speed. I don't really watch anything he does, but anything I've come across with him, he seems like a good dude. So fair play to the cunt. Frankie doesn't watch people fuck, but watches grown men fight in their undies. You got me. You got me on that one. You got me. Which is your country? I'm Irish, but I grew up in the UK. How you doing, sir? God bless you always. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you very much, Sharonjeet Singh. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful day too. I know it's very early in the morning for you, so Frankie, who do you think is the cutest MMA YouTuber? Well, there's only two choices, really, isn't there? You've got Fight Fairy, or you've got MMA Gotti. And I don't really want to answer that question. They're both really nice ladies, yeah, but they're not really my type. And I don't mean that in a because I'm definitely not their type either. Too based. Pizza or Lazio? Pisa or Lazio? I've never been to either city, you know. I've only been to Milan and Roma. I heard about the dick popping out, but I never. Thanks for filling me in on that information because I was never gonna find out. It's like with Conor McGregor and the weights. You know, part of me is like, you know, is he hogged up or not? And then the other part of me is like, nah, that's gay, and I'm never gonna type that into Google. You know what I'm saying? Zimbabwe's number one food is pussy, as it should be. It should be everyone's. It should be everyone's main diet. Don't you think? You're gonna see me unleashing my demons in the ring soon. I will be undefeated and fight Labib. I'm assuming you mean Khabib. I'm training every day in Dagestan. They will not stand a chance. What, are you just gonna pull up on Khabib while he's getting groceries and just tackle him to the ground? Nice. Alexa Grasso has dude face. Alexa Grasso is probably in the top 10 though. I don't think she's very attractive, but she, in terms of MMA women's fighters, she's probably up there. Frankie, if your students start a fight in the lecture hall, will you stop it or start commentating? Dude, I've had to, bruv. Do you know how many times I've been hit with friendly fire? It happens all the time. I've been bitten. I've been headbutted. I've been elbowed, punched. Yes, bro, and make my debut. Haunter, why don't you tell me who yours is? Okay, I know. I'm just joking, Arthur. Yeah, sounds amazing. Shut up, twink. I'm not a twink. Sorry to disappoint you. Well, that silenced me. Obviously, I know it's Khabib. I'm in Dagestan. I'm just playing with you, bro. Well, good luck with that, man. Try and get a video of it as well. Westy's on the warpath. Yeah, Westy's gonna Westy. He's got to do what he's got to do. It's never the white UK kids who cause an issue, is it? You slipped that in there very, very nicely. Any thoughts on India? I've said this multiple times here. The only thing I've never been to India before. I've heard it's an amazing country. I've heard very mixed things though. Some people that go there think it's amazing and they can't leave, like they want to stay there. And other people think it's a shithole and they plan on going there for a month and end up leaving in a day. So I don't really know what to make of it. I will say to my Indian brothers out here, and I don't mean any offense to that, stop scamming people, you cunts, and learn to get in a queue. And I'm only speaking about a very, very select few of you because you're giving India a bad name and you need to stop it. I remember this black teacher sprinting down below the school to break up a fight between two sixth grade kids. I was in eighth grade. I was pissed. I called the teacher the N word my senior year. Jesus loves you. Thank you very much, Calvin. JDM's main sparring partner is in the chat. Who's his main sparring partner? I'm starting to feel very, very worried. I feel like I might be leaning slightly towards Islam, you know. I might be changing my mind. I'm not going to bet on that fight anyway, but Uwu, you happy? Oh, you want me to? Oh, you're such a sneaky cunt. You're going to clip this, aren't you? You're going to clip this, you piece of shit. You're going to put together me saying who's the most attractive MMA YouTuber, and then you're going to put Uwu in there. You are scum. You are scum. I know you will go to jail if you read this, but allow me to say what you wish you could. Yeah. Try it out. Visit the mountains. Do you know I am going to come to India at some point. I will. Why do you think browns don't belong in the UK? I'm gonna keep it real with you, Skippy. Yeah, do you know what I think the problem is? Here's my biggest problem. Yeah, people have asked me about the immigration topic a bunch of times, and I'm gonna lay it down simply. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about immigrants coming into the UK is this very simple thing: when they come in and then they take over an area and make it their cultural thing. They take over a place in London or in Manchester or in wherever, and then they make it like a mini, Delhi or a mini fucking whatever, a mini fucking whatever. And then they impose their way of doing things on other people and force people out of their own place. That's where I don't agree with it. I believe in immigrants that come in and do good for the country. I don't care about skin color. I don't care about religion. Um, I just care about coming into a country and having respect for it because I feel the same way. When I go to somebody else's country, I show the utmost respect. I don't act like a twat. And I don't try to impose myself on other countries or impose my way of doing things. Anyway, how you doing, Bumpkin King? What's good, bro? Haunter, you got me. You got me. Well done. Bro, I was a menace in school, but I was dumb as shit. I called this black guy the N-word for no reason, and we fight, and he's on top, and then I push him down, and then cover the top position, and then I throwing elbows at him, and then the teacher tried to make me apologize, and I said no. We all have regrets in life. Indians hate India just because of the low benefits and high tax. I don't think that's the only reason. I drank 2 pots of coffee. I'll be all right. Shout out to you, Blumpkin King. You are going to be shitting like a maniac. Nice PFP, by the way. Are you gay? No. Do you want to wrestle, Frank? I've got the Diddy oil. Again, man, I really appreciate. I'm really happy that you thought of me. Thanks very much. I'm gonna have to pass. I mean, what would happen if the same thing happened to me that happened to John Jones when he was wrestling around with do you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate the offer. Happy birthday, bro. How the fuck do you know it's my birthday? It's not my birthday. Have you been to San Francisco? I have not. Actually, no, I have. I have been to San Francisco. It was only for a day, but I was in California in general. And we were going through there to go somewhere else. Elon Musk. I'm assuming you're meaning Elon Musk. I'm not Elon Musk. Bro, why'd I get timed out? I don't know. Haunter, I did not time you out. ICE took a 15 and 12-year-old and the parents, and then the kids got sent to Texas, and the parents, Denver. Everyone in my town is going, what? Bro, can you reword that? Will I die from drinking 3 pots of coffee? Nah, you're just gonna shit. You're just gonna shit, bro. A lot of water is gonna be coming out of your ass tonight. Indians don't use bathrooms. No, they've got toilets now. Guys, please buy some Prime to help Logan Paul. Are you a Blumpkin? What is a Blumpkin? Damn, happy birthday. It was actually my birthday a couple days ago. It was my birthday a couple days ago, but that was spooky. I don't think I brought it up on the day. I think I brought it up like retrospectively. Brother, in my school days, I'm literally a piece of bullshit. I love how you spelled peace there. A coward little baby. After that, I have 3 police cases. Now I'm mature and focused. Well, sometimes we need to make very silly mistakes to learn, don't we? Fucking hell, I've been on here for an hour and a half. Fucking leavable. Haunter, I hope it was worth going through all that to get the clips. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, what is a Blumpkin? I'm not gonna type it into Google. Let me find out. Artur, it's very early for me right now, and I'm not a Jeet. I assume you're not talking to me. Oh, a Blumpkin is a sexual act involving oral sex performed on a. We don't call it a Blumpkin. We call it a dirty Sanchez. We call it a dirty Sanchez in these parts. I think it's called a dirty Sanchez. No, it's not called a dirty Sanchez. A dirty Sanchez is something else. We call it something different in the UK. But it's not a Blumpkin. US citizens get separated from their families when they go to jail. Illegal aliens breaking the law should expect the same, for sure. Frankie, have you ever been propositioned to sleep with one of your students? I'm clipping this and sending. No. So what happened was, yeah, I have had students of mine who have done inappropriate things, like they've made comments. I've had students in the past who have like written me like letters and shit like that. I had one that was doing it recently. There was one time I found panties in my desk drawer as well. So I've had fucked up shit happen to me. But what I do, yeah, is as soon as something like that happens, yeah, I just report it. You can't take chances, mate. Can you rank the races? No. They do that in China, though, by the way. They literally do that in school in China. Guess where black people are? How you doing in Jua Akhtar? Nice to meet you. Your mods are keeping your channel small. They just banned Blumpkin King. I don't really have a say in what happens with what the mods do, to be honest, because I don't have time to watch everything that's going on in the chat, and also mine is stuck in top messages. So when people get kicked out, I assume it's for a good reason, but they don't get banned. They just get timed out if they're being a bit stupid. So it is what it is. The thing is, yeah, I don't make money from YouTube, and I never intend to. So as far as I'm concerned, I have like enough subscribers now. And the channels, like I said, the chat tends to move at a good pace now. So if it got too much bigger than this, I'd be fucked because I don't read too good. What language is that? It's English. It is English, sir. Quick literature check. Who wrote The Old Man and the Sea? Ernest Hemingway, sir. I won't ever ban anyone. I don't care to be a mod, but having the wrench makes me look superior, so I'll take it. It is nice, isn't it? It's nice to have. It's more of a like, oh, thank you for your loyalty to the channel type thing. Typical passive Brit. I'm not passive at all, mate. You haven't seen me go off. I can be very scary when I'm mad. Nah, I'm joking. Bro, letting mods run his channel, that is wild. It's not that I let mods run my channel. I let mods keep things under control. Because we do get people coming in here and being fucking stupid. If how can I keep up with chat and kick people out at the same time? I don't have time for that shit. So my mods do a very good job of getting rid of people who are being cunty. Because I actually want to cultivate a good community, not a shitty one that's full of trolls. I don't mind people having. I'll be honest with you, yeah. This is the real thing about this channel. I don't mind when people have racist opinions, sexist opinions, retarded opinions, because I will address them. I don't mind. But when you're just being a troll and spamming and ruining the flow of the chat, you deserve to go, in my opinion. And MMA Jolly, just for me to qualify this for you a little bit more, yeah. What does the growth of a channel mean to most people? It means getting more subscribers to get more money. I do not monetize my channel. The entire thing I'm in this for is to have a good community. I would rather have 10 amazing people in here than 100,000 cunts. And by the way, British people, nobody describes real British people as passive. I think you're thinking about those English gentlemen that live in fucking country estates and stuff. Real British people will fuck you up and then will spit on your grave. We're fucked up. You're just slow and retarded and can't control this chat. That's hilarious. Get real, buddy. I'm a professor of literature, sir. And despite how retarded and slow I am, I've managed to get to that level. So I'm not, and again, yeah, I'm not here to please you. I don't give a fuck what your opinion of me is. And it sounds to me like you deserve not to be here, if I'm being honest. But we'll let you cook. We'll let you cook. Because clearly, yeah, if you want to hang around here to say shit like that, you must have a very... Life must be hard, bro. Life must be hard. You see, because what most people would do if they didn't like somebody or come into their channel and disagree with them, they would just go, not for me, and leave. That's what a normal person would do. Anyway. Oh, he's gone. Oh. Jolly, you're a pathetic person. Ren, thank you very much. And I appreciate the support, to be honest. The thing is, yeah, we're going to get stuff like this. Square head. There are square aspects of my head for sure. But as you can see here, there's kind of a cone here and a cone here. So I feel like I've got multiple dimensions going on. The back of my head does look like a 1950s television, though. I'm going to be real. Oh, he's back again. He's back again. Wisconsin chicks, motorbikes, motorcycles, and cars. That's my boy. That's my boy. It's not easy to rage bait Frank. Nah, not really. I never get angry. Angry to me is an ugly emotion. So is jealousy. Do you like Oppenheimer? I do. I do. You mean the movie, yeah? Oppenheimer was good, man. It was good. Like the Enigma code stuff's very, very interesting. I thought it was a very insightful movie. Bit long, but I enjoyed it. Frankie, it's 3:41 a.m. here. Time to sleep. Take it easy, mate. I'll see you tomorrow, bro. How you doing, Pavos? I'm pretty sure I've seen you in here before as well. Shout out to you, sir. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, Antec, do what you feel like you need to do. Are you into chess, bruv? I'm addicted. I've only played chess a couple of times, but I wouldn't say I'm particularly good at it. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder what you're like, mad. So the thing is, yeah, Ren, when I'm angry, yeah, people saw a sample of it the other day. I get very cold. I don't get angry. I don't get fuming. I just get really cold. I get kind of cold blooded. That's how I deal with it. That is how I deal with it. Frankie, can you give us a 360? Nah, man, I've got no ass. I'm not subjecting myself. Well, I wouldn't say no ass, but it's my worst feature. Euro, how you doing, bro? What is good? How you doing? Yuri's Vlogs. What's good, my man? Yuri's Vlogs. Do you have a YouTube channel as well? Because that sounds like a name of a YouTube channel, if there ever was one. Aditya, is that how you pronounce your name? Euro, it's great to have you back, man. You are the guy. Westy loves you, by the way, Euro. Westy absolutely. He actually asked me to make you a mod after one time of being in here. So you clearly made an impression. Oppenheimer was tremendous because it allows me the privilege to frustrate Batman fanboys by saying it was truly Nolan's best work. I think it's unequivocal that Batman wasn't Nolan's best work. I think Nolan, yeah, he started to get a little bit too convoluted for my taste. You've got a YouTube channel. What's it about, Stinkler Spinky? Shout out to you. Hey there, I'm back again. Good to have you back, Tiff. Welcome. Do you like India or not? I've never been there. But I am planning on visiting at some point. I don't pass judgment on a place generally anyway. I like to go there a few times before I make up my mind. Do you think it's weird that you have 3 times the amount of live viewers that Argenti has? I mean, it's kind of been said that he bots his channel, and I'm not shitting on the guy because he's a friend of mine, but I do think it's a little bit suspicious. I don't think he truly has 100,000 but he's probably got a lot of real subscribers. It's obviously not that many. My channel is about my channel. It's very helpful. Is there any particular content you do? Is it themed in any way? I don't know. Like what's your content about? Shout out to you, Euro. Welcome back, bro. It's really good to have you back. But no, I mean, I'm not. The thing is, here, Argenti has his thing in it. I think he's funny as fuck, and I enjoy having him on here. I do. I really do. Sometimes he does very cunty things. 100% he does. He can be an absolute bellend. But the thing is, here, he's kind of our bellend. You know how every friendship group has a cunt that you're a bit embarrassed by, but I describe Argenti. Yeah, I think I figured it out. Yeah, Argenti. Yeah, is the smartest moron I've ever met in my life. I think that's what's going on. I play VR on my channel. Okay, Stinkler, what is your favorite VR game? And could you recommend any? I hope you're having a nice and easy day today. It's been very rainy here today, which to me is rain. Oh, your joke, Tiff, don't fuck with me. Rainy days are my favorite as well. I fucking hate sunshine, as you can tell. Argenti, aka Slow T Ortiz. I can't stand the guy. Sorry. I mean, I understand how you feel. Argenti definitely is an acquired taste. I really enjoy him because when I do a live panel with him, we like bantering with him and playing around a little bit. And he does have a good sense of humor. He does. I love the guy, but I can understand why people don't. He is an acquired taste. Tiff cooked in Argenti's chat yesterday. I reminded him to look at your message after you left, Tiff. Tiff is becoming part of the community. I think you've been around for a little while, though, haven't you? I hate sunshine, Tiff, and I'm a very big. I love the rain. I love the sound of it. I especially love it, yeah, when I'm abroad, and I get myself up because I usually when I get hotel rooms in Asia, in particular, yeah, I order 2-story hotel rooms that are like lofts. So they've got a ground floor and a top floor, and they've usually got massive windows and a balcony. And then I just get the most sick fucking bedroom. And then when a fucking like thunderstorm comes, I just lay on my bed and just watch that shit. It's amazing. I don't do other stuff on the balcony. When I see a dark, chilly, and rainy day, I'm so pumped. Nobody understands that about me as well. I don't know why everyone's so into sunny days. I don't know why everyone's into heat. Heat makes you slow, it makes you sweaty. I don't get it. This guy goons aggressively. How you doing, James Dillon? Welcome back, bro. I'm getting ignored. Sorry, Saeed. We're in top chat and sometimes chats skip over. I'd really apologize. Cooked means that you were doing very well. Rain is the goat weather. You 100% know it. I'm 32, not aware of new cool slang. I'm a loser. Yeah, cooking just means that you're on fire, basically. It's a compliment. Unless you call someone cooked, which is confusing. If you say someone's cooking, that's a good thing. If you call someone cooked, it's a bad thing. I understand it's confusing, but yeah, I'm a winter man. I fucking love winter. I didn't realize that the clocks went back at the end of last week because I don't really pay attention to that shit. And obviously everything's done digitally now. But it's getting dark at like 5 p.m. here, and I love it. Bro, are you a McDonald's employee? Nah, I'm a professor of literature, bro. And what do you do for a living? How are you, Saeed? How are you, man? Where are you from? And what's your story? In Australia, cooked means you're fried on drugs. It also means that, and to be fair, cooked must be the most overused adjective in the world. It must be because it means about 40 different things. We've exposed a lot here about the word cooked. We now have 102 votes, and it's neck and neck between Mighty Mouse and John Jones. This is interesting. I live currently in Malaga, and I've been living in Switzerland. I choose a sunny day over a rainy day all day. What is it about the sunshine that you really enjoy? Is it just because everybody's in a good mood? I fucking love the rain. Okay, well, thank you. I do know that it's bad to say you're cooked. It's bad, but if you're cooking, I don't know. It's just a lot. It's all about how the word is used and the context. But the word cooked is definitely negative. Where are you from? I'm from Ireland. Technically, I was born there, but I grew up in southwest London. I know it's dark around 6. It's the best. People who love summer are usually too bubbly and loud. That's the thing, Tiff. Yeah, I like being by myself. I do. I'm from India and doing nothing, just dealing with my first breakup. Congratulate everyone! Give a shout out to Syed. The world is now your oyster, sir. You're back on the market. Congratulations. How did you break up? What's your favorite book? My favorite book is called The Name of the Wind by a writer named Patrick Rothfuss. And the second book is called The Wise Man's Something. Both excellent books. I love both of them. And I've been waiting for the third one to come out. Yeah, I love the rain, man. What's sick about that? Don't you love the sound of rain? Just like it's just so calming to me. If you have cooked, it's good. If you are cooked, it's bad. That's a very, very good way of just summarizing it. Rain in July is lovely. Right now, I'm hitting this cold autumn rain. The thing is, yeah, if it's rain and it's warm, it is better. I'm going to be honest, but I love that rain. See, because in Britain, yeah, we get this bitch rain that's like really short and really like fucking fierce. But in other countries, like like I'm talking about Asia mostly, you get raindrops that are like that fucking big, and it's just amazing. Haha, thanks. I'm feeling hurt because I just wanted someone to talk to you. You're more than welcome to drown your sorrows in here, my man. What went wrong, and how can we help you? We are here for you. Westy, I love the dry winter personally. But see, Techers here. This is a UK thing, Sorry, Antec. This is a British thing. We're just built different. Like in the winter, yeah, I feel stronger. I feel more energetic. I feel generally in a better mood. It's mad. I just got out of a 15-year relationship in May. Part of moving on is missing them, but as time goes on, you'll learn to love and appreciate yourself being alone. It will be okay. That is excellent advice. And I will say this as well, yeah. If you can't be happy being by yourself, you'll never be able to function within a relationship. Because being dependent on anyone, man or woman, is simply level shit. In England, we are sheet rain, which is a cunt. We got that shit. It is shit rain. It's shit rain. It really is. Womp womp, Sayed. We don't care. Oh, come on, Maverick. I don't know. She wanted to break up. I don't even know the reason. Not gonna lie. By the way, I'm minor. Uh-oh. How old are you? Are there things that you're afraid to say online due to the laws in the UK? Not even slightly. Not even slightly. I think only 3,000 people in total have been arrested for that shit. It's crazy. It is crazy. Tiff doesn't need to watch MMA. This isn't even an MMA channel anymore. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's not an MMA channel. We talk about MMA because we enjoy it, but Rain is also a great Jadakiss, Nas, and Styles P song. You're 14. I'm gonna be honest with you, Saeed. You shouldn't be in here, my brother. This is a channel for adults. You're 14 years old. I'm just gonna leave you with some parting advice before you get kicked out if you haven't been kicked out already. Ah, he's gone. Yeah, sorry, bro. No minors allowed in the chat. 18 and overs only. He's gonna get exposed to things in life. I don't want it to be here. I want to make money. I'm actually getting paid tonight, which means absolutely fuck all. Because I don't really spend my money on clever shit anymore. Yeah, he got kicked. To be fair, we had a conversation about this. We can't have minors in the chat. No nonsense of any variety. And no giving bad advice to people who are, like I said, they're going to learn their shit in the world. I don't want it to be in this channel. Void, don't say shit on Facebook. That's where they can track you. YouTube is pretty safe. I don't even have a Facebook account. Facebook, I never really understood the Facebook thing. To be honest, yeah, the reason why I stopped having Facebook, yeah, is when I've told this story a couple of times. When I was in Qatar, yeah, I was literally slamming every bitch in sight, yeah. And then they found out about each other and I made a hate Frankie Facebook group. And then I ended up smashing them all over again. It was amazing. Shout out to Facebook. Haunter, I've been intentionally avoiding you because you're always being rude to me. I don't know why. You did it yesterday too, so I wouldn't. Haunter's very he's basically a clown show dick rider. He comes here so he can report to his little friend. And we let him in here because we literally find clown show harmless. So that's why we allow him to cut. And occasionally he behaves himself. But yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. I don't thoughts on Nick Fuentes. I don't really have any thoughts on him, I'll be honest. I have no idea. What are your thoughts on Hello Kitty Island Adventure? Isn't that a fake game that it's a real game, isn't it? I've never played it. I'm not 3 years old. He's just been really nasty to me for a few days. Yeah. He is a cunt. I don't know what else to say. He's a cunt that loves putting grown what do you call them? Like grown beta male nuts in his mouth. Are you a fan of the MMA guru? I like his stuff. Nasty how? I literally asked if you watch MMA, but you kind of asked it in a sarky kind of way, mate. It's like, do you even watch MMA? So what if she does? I don't see how that's relevant. In what if you look at this stream alone, yeah, how much time have we actually spent talking about MMA? Very little. No, Haunter doesn't have privileges. He's like when you have an enemy, yeah, and the enemy is so worthless and fragile that you allow their scouts into the camp because there's nothing he could ever physically do to you ever because he's that much of a pussy. and I like him running off and reporting to him. I want to make sure Clown Show hears everything I have to say, because I know he lays awake at night and thinks about me. The thing is, yeah, like I think it's much better for us if we have women who are in our space. I think it's much better. I like getting a balanced perspective. I mean, I'm just assuming that Tiff is a woman. I'm assuming you are. Don't take any offense if that's wrong. But I think we should have people of all shapes and sizes and genders and fucking ethnicities and proclivities and religious backgrounds in the chat, because I think it's helpful for all of us to have different perspectives. If I came online, for example, and everyone agreed with everything I had to say, it wouldn't be fun. It would be boring. Frankie, what makes something a good book to you and why? All right. Something that's very, very character driven is very, very important to me. But I feel that when something makes me just not want to put it down, it can just be that simple. When I pick up a book and I know I've got to get to sleep and I'm like, I can't stop, that to me is what makes a book amazing. Where you literally just can't put it down until you know what happens next. It's really that simple. Yeah, you're better off not knowing. You're better off not knowing. I'm an attack helicopter. Exactly. We need attack helicopters in here as well. Western Mass Clamor is the best mod around. He supports free speech and let us stay. He does let you say wild stuff, but when you're being what do you call it? When you're ruining the chat flow, that's when you need to get the fuck out. That's when you need to get the fuck out. Man, I'm offended by Joe Rogan. He basically told us Aboriginal people were staved on a podcast. I'm Irish and Aboriginal Australian, but I feel damn offended. Joe Rogan is a fucking idiot. There's no other way of describing it. Anything he says means absolutely nothing. The world would be boring if we were all the same. Emily, I 100% agree. I really do. I'm not just saying, I sometimes say things in here that is completely stupid. I do. I sometimes have, because obviously I stream a lot for multiple hours, and occasionally I'll say things that people don't agree with and find outright offensive. But I have an amazing dick, Maverick Grace. Amazing. I never got into fiction books, but history books can't put it down. Again, everyone's got their own what they're attracted to and what they're interested in. I've always preferred fiction because I like things that I can escape into. When I've got free time, which is very, very little, I like to get away from what my real life is like. And it's not because I hate my real life, but because I spend so much of my time working, thinking about family and all the rest of it, that I just want a moment when I get a moment to myself, I want to get away from that, if that makes sense. And what can tend to happen when I read, you're a meth head. I've never taken drugs in my life, sir, apart from weed, which doesn't count, in my opinion. Hey, Pinkman, how you doing, Splice Edits? You know what? I offend everyone, and I don't give a fuck. That's exactly the best way to see it. It doesn't matter. What did I miss? My internet was playing City Buggers. Not much. The Revenant is one of my favorite books. I gave it to a bro unjustly in prison who needed the book. Like it to relate to. I've never read The Revenant. And I've never seen the movie either. But you know what, yeah? I'm going to stick it on the list. I'm currently reading a book by Joe Abercrombie called The Devils, and I'm really enjoying the fuck out of it. But The Revenant will be next because it is on my wish list. For me, The Da Vinci Code was a book I didn't want to put. I'm going to keep it honest with you, yeah. Dan Brown, yeah, is not the most amazing author, but what he's really clever at, yeah, is he sets a promise that we all want to know the answer to, and then he can't answer it because he's asking existential questions that we can never actually answer, but he keeps you on the hook. And Dan Brown is a very easy writer to read. Like, you don't have to, I don't want to be stressed out when I'm reading. I don't want to be thinking to myself, oh man, I've got to reread. And I'm a professor, and I'm telling you, there are certain writers where I'm just like, I've got to reread the page because I'm like, I didn't quite grasp what they were saying. because they've used overly complicated language and they've tried to be too fucking flowery with it. And I'm just like, I want something that's easy to read, but is not cliched and does good character building. No, the mods are cool. And like I said, my mods have been with me from day. And the new ones have been very loyal to me in more recent time. What's the current book about? I've been looking for a new book. I'm telling you, Tiff, anything by this man, Joe Abercrombie. What I would start with is a book called The Blade Itself. It's part of a trilogy. It is sensational. He is one of the best writers I've ever dealt with. It is like a fantasy style book. It's not like magic and all that kind of nonsense, but it's amazing. Thoughts on Garn sticking his French fries in Aspinall's eyes. Aspinall should have won by DQ, but if he finally knows what it's like to be fingered by an MMA fighter. Somebody sent me a meme about that, and it really is funny how things are cyclical. Do you know what I'm saying? It's funny how things go around like that. It just is. I will say this, yeah. I don't think he necessarily should have been disqualified, but the fact that the community is so split and a lot of people are on the Tom quitting side of things is mad to me. And French fries is a hilarious thing to say. What books do you recommend? I give Incarcerated. Do you know who else I would recommend as well? There's a author that I really enjoyed called W.M. Craven. He wrote a book called The Puppet Show. And it got me back into reading for pleasure again. Really good book. His latest books have been absolute shit, but Animal Farm, it's got layers beyond your Animal Farm. The Borg is what got me into reading in the first place. I read it when I was in 6th grade, and I was a reader, but I more did it just because I was being forced to. When I read Animal Farm, it made me a lover of literature, and that's what set me on my journey to doing what I am now. By the way, guys, if you are new in here, if you wouldn't mind liking the stream, potentially subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. The channel's been growing like really nicely recently, and I appreciate everyone who's been coming back and being part of it. But yeah, Animal Farm is one of the greatest. Mr. Frankie, have you ever written a book? No, Haunter, I haven't. I've written down several ideas for what I want to do for novels, but because I'm so busy, and I scrutinize my own writing way too much, so it's something that's going to take me a long time to do. But it's something that when I retire, which I'm planning to do again in the next sort of 3-4 years, that I'm gonna pursue. JVD Media, how you doing, brother? Good to have you here. Animal Farm, the porno is a classic. Jesus Christ. I'm struggling to read for pleasure now. I'm in uni, so it's difficult to want to read after I do it for hours in a textbook. That's exactly why you should do it, because it helps your fluency. It really does. I found that being able to switch from one book to another really helped me to readjust myself. Have you read David? I don't read self-help books or autobiographies. I never really read them. Granted, even if you enjoy a scary or gruesome story, see, I prefer kind of fantasy fiction or science fiction over anything else. But I don't mind a scary story every now and then. I used to read a lot of like crime novels and stuff as well. Frankie, do you like the Peaky Blinders? Of course I do, sir. Of course I do, governor. Peaky Blinders is amazing. It is amazing. I've got all my pornos on Betamax video. Fucking hell, Andrew. How old are you, cunt? How old are you? Man said Betamax, you know. Even I'm too young for Betamax. And I was born in the 80s. I obviously know what they are, but Jesus Christ, you're an old bastard. That's why I've never laughed at people pronouncing words incorrectly. That just means they learned it by reading. 100%. Frankie, you watching any TV shows? I just finished Monster. I was a little bit disappointed by the ending, but very good. I watched a show called what was it called? The Outlaws or something that Lane recommended to me. That was It's not the is the Outlaws? Hang on a second. It's not the Outlaws. Hang on a second. Let me find Stephen Merchant was in it. Oh, fuck. It was the Outlaws. Really good show. British show, really good. What's your favorite TV series? I would go with The Wire. Do you think books can be I think it can be more so. I think book reading allows you to have a more heightened sense of imagination, and that's why I've always loved it. Yeah, Monster the anime. Yeah, go ahead and diss me, JVD. I know you're gonna do it. I thought it was amazing. 80s, you look young as fuck. I just turned 41. And JVD didn't hit me up to come and buy me a beer, the cheap bastard. GOAT of MMA is Conor McGregor. He certainly changed the sport for what it is today, and you got to give him a lot of credit for that. But he's not the GOAT. He's not even the greatest in his division. Stephen Graham is a fucking great actor. Virtues is a harsh but great show. Who's Stephen Graham? Stephen Graham. Oh, yeah, he's amazing. I didn't know his name. Stephen Graham's amazing. Did Argenti buy subs? I mean, I'm going to put it this way. Yeah? Again, he's my boy, yeah? But his engagement and the amount of subs he has doesn't add up. It doesn't. But I don't know. What's the biggest change of being 30 and being 40? When I turned 30, yeah, it was a bit of a culture shock for me because coming out of your 20s is when you really start to think about your mortality. But when I got to 40, I was a lot more settled in life and I'm a lot more accepting of things. I've had kids now and I more live for them. I think when I was 30, I was still about myself. So I would say by the time you're 40, your priorities have changed, your outlook on life has changed. So yeah, I would say that in terms of I've become a much less self-centered person as I've grown up. Gray pubes, nah, man. I've had like one or two single gray hairs, but nah, I can't stop. You're high as fuck right now, aren't you? At the end, The Outlaws is fantastic. It was amazing. I literally watched it in one sitting. I think it's like 8, 9, or 10 episodes. I can't remember which, but fantastic. And I hope it gets done for a second season because it was way better than it ever deserved to be. And it just shows you when you write characters really well, the story's basic as fuck here, but when you have good, interesting, engaging characters. All right, Mighty Mouse has now equalized John Jones on the GOAT conversation, but some other cunt has taken the lead. I love my community so much. Argenti has more subs than Bedtime MMA. The kid's a star. All that I would say is I don't know that much about YouTube algorithms and all that shit because it doesn't really do anything for me. But it's the engagement side of it that I would say is the issue. It's more that. Like, it's the comments, it's the likes, it's the engagement that you get. And then if he does a live stream and he's got 140,000, you would expect that he'd have a couple hundred in his live streams at least, just on pure percentages. But MMA GOAT is Fedor Emelianenko. I can't really argue with you on that one because with Fedor, I didn't really watch Pride really. And when I kind of got into MMA, which was about, or as a hardcore MMA fan, was about 13, 14 years ago. So I went back and watched stuff. And it doesn't feel the same when you watch it retrospectively. Tiff, take it easy. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. Thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you again. You're welcome back anytime. Have a wonderful night and have a great Halloween yourself. Thank you so much for stopping by. Weird how the MMA guru didn't collab with the bigger content creator in Giuliano and instead picked lame time Gay. Imagine Giuliano and Guru on. I mean, did you see that thing when Guru had to say what he said about Giuliano's channel when he hit 100,000? It was brutality. I felt genuinely bad for him. What are your thoughts on 4chan? Do you think it's better than Reddit? I'm not sure what 4chan is, Cook Sushi. Great name, by the way. The Wire is also my favorite show. It's fucking realistic. I love how it shows that corruption in administration is worse than street gangs. Well, I love the fact that they focus on one institution after another, but then I mean, the first one obviously is at the street level. Then the second one is about the docks and kind of that kind of stuff. Then the third is politics, right? Then the fourth is the schools, and then the fifth is the media. But what it does is, while it's going through each season, it keeps running those trails along all of them. It's fantastically written, and I've seen it from beginning to end probably 3 times, and I always learn new things watching it. Idris was amazing in The Wire. He was amazing. This is what I don't get. Penguin O has 22 million subscribers, and yet his live streams only have a max of 10K viewers. Because a lot of people don't watch that kind of stuff. If you like The Wire, watch Snowfall. Say no more, sir. I will check it out. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm always looking for new stuff. Oz is another Oz made me more homophobic than I've ever been watching that. Because back when I was a kid, I used to be homophobic because I was under the impression that every gay person wants to fuck you in the ass without your consent, which obviously is not true. I'm a casual MMA fan at best, but for me, I like Mighty Mouse because of his fluidity, his ability to show and Big Chief. That's exactly why he's my goat. He's no natty. He's won in every conceivable way. His CV was very good. He went over to another organization and fucking owned. And he turns up at singular discipline sports and fucking owns it. And he's a fucking great lad as well. So people are saying Argenti had only 2 viewers in his UFC stream last weekend. That can't be true. But he UFC streamed with me. And I didn't have that many in here until the end, but there were like 30 people in here. Consistently, it was decent. What did I find, bro? Yes, King. What's good, man? What is Oz about? I think it's about prison, right? I'm very looking forward to seeing Welcome to Derry. You looked into it. Let's have a look. I haven't. It sounds familiar. Oh, Stephen King. It's coming out, isn't it? There's a TV show about it. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, Oz is basically about prison life, but it goes into like the brutality of what it's like when you're in there. Oh, John Jones has taken the lead yet again. We've got 124 votes. By the way, guys, if you are new to here, I'm sorry to keep reminding you. If you wouldn't mind liking the stream and subscribing, it does help the channel to grow and to get more interaction and to get more people in here. So Mobland is great as well. If you say Snowfall is better than The Wire, I'm gonna give it a shot. Dank, where does Snowfall show up? I've been watching The Chair Conspiracy. All right, I'll check this out as well. Haunter, I very much enjoy you when you're not being a cunt, by the way. Dead Man's Shoes is an amazing film. I was working in Blockbusters when Dead Man's Shoes came out. That's how long ago I was. I loved working in Blockbusters, and I used to recommend Dead Man's Shoes to everyone. Great film. Scrolling through short slides and seeing bro. Yeah, sorry. I would like to say that that's not regular in here, but unfortunately, it happens at least once a stream. Euro, you are the man. All 6 seasons, bro. Thank you for that, Dank. I'm going to check it out. I thought Mobland was really good as well. I found it a little bit hard to get into it, but I'm an Irishman in my heart anyway. And anything that Pierce Brosnan does, I've just got to fuck with. You'll get Snowfall on iPlayer, I think. Brace yourself, though. Some strong scenes. I'm a big boy. I can take it. Paddy is the boy. All these shows wouldn't exist without Sopranos. I'll be real with you. Adolfo, yeah, I like The Sopranos. I don't think it's in the top 5. But that's just my personal opinion. If you're somebody who says Sopranos is... It's like with me and Breaking Bad, yeah? I thought Breaking Bad was really good. But it being considered the #1 show of all time, to me, is outrageous. It's very well written. It's very well shot. The story's obviously amazing. But for me, I just didn't enjoy watching it that much. Yeah, sorry. Yes, King. I'm sorry. We talk about everything in here from like everything's open. That's the problem. So occasionally people will come out with mad shit. Like I pack your mama's pussy. My mama's. Bro, she's 72 and has dementia. So thank you. I'm sure she doesn't remember. How you doing, somebody? Lex, we're back with Lex again. It's based on ratings. I know what you're saying, but if you ask somebody, if you were to ask 100 people on the street, at least 50 of them would say Breaking Bad. I'm a Sopranos fan, but to suggest nothing was before that is crazy. Sopranos is a very good show, very character driven. I found it was a little bit because I studied film a little while ago, and I find the editing and stuff to be very choppy. I found it wasn't fluid, and that kind of affect the watching experience for me. Lock, Stock, Snatch, The Gentleman, Mobland, Guy Ritchie's best, amazing. What do you prefer out of the three of them? Because I've got to say it's tough. I actually think Lock, Stock is better than Snatch, but I really enjoyed The Gentleman as well. And actually, The Gentleman TV show is actually really good as well. The Rookie is a great cop show. I'll check it out. Techers, like it or not, but it was the first series with cinematic quality and audience that wasn't a fucking set. I mean, The Sopranos is objectively you can argue that any television show is a piece of art, but The Sopranos is a masterpiece. It is. I hate that my taste is so mainstream, but Game of Thrones is so goddamn good. It's crazy. Game of Thrones was on course to be one of the best TV shows of all time, but the last 3 seasons, it just fell off a cliff. And I think obviously the books not being finished had a big problem in that. I think once they ran out of book material, it really suffered. But I don't blame you for having that take, because Game of Thrones was incredible. First 4 seasons were amazing. But now that the ending was so bad that you almost feel embarrassed to say that you're a Game of Thrones fan. You can't say it anymore. I liked Better Call Saul better than Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul was another one, and I love Bob Odenkirk. I think he's amazing. Better Call Saul wasn't that amazing to me as well. Enjoyed it, but what about the movie Governors? Amazing. Amazing. I have a bad habit. I didn't see the last few episodes in the seasons of my favorite TV shows. Is there a reason why you do that? It's because you don't want it to end. You think Snatch is better than Lock, Stock? Snatch is... I can't hate that. I can't. I preferred Lock, Stock because there were just characters in it that I just really enjoyed, like fucking Fat Tyrone. Those characters I really enjoyed, you know? It has that one-eyed Russian guy in it. One-eyed goldfish. I mean, what a fucking creative character that sounds like. Techers, mate, it's my opinion. You can agree or not, but please don't start acting like Argenti. Like how The Matrix 4 ruined the whole franchise. I think The Matrix should have ended on one movie. It should have ended on one movie. The Matrix is one of the greatest singular films of all time. The concept of it is amazing. They should have just ended it there. It's the greed that fucks it up, man. The Australian postcode copied the football hooligan scene from the UK. This is why I love Australians. Who knew that sending all our criminals there would result in such an amazing nation? Shout out to the Australians. Yeah, Lenny McLean was an absolute beast, man. He was the real deal as well. I prefer Lock, Stock, but Snatch and Lock, Stock are by far Guy Ritchie's best work. Again, I can't argue with that as well. I think The Gentleman's enjoyable. I particularly enjoy Hugh Grant's performance in it. And obviously, you can't go wrong with Matthew McConaughey as well. Guy's a fucking G. But True Detective, fucking True Detective. The first season in particular of True Detective was amazing. Have you seen oh shit, Fargo? Have you seen the Fargo TV show? The Fargo TV show is absolutely unbelievable. That would definitely creep into my top 20. Joker is my favorite movie. Joker 2 is my least favorite movie. I'm going to be honest as well. Joker, the first Joker movie, didn't really do it for me either. I thought it was way overhyped. We are all descendants from the Irish convicts. Shout out Ireland. Shout out to the boys. Shout out. Hugh Grant's the best character in that show, 100 sorry, in that movie all along. Yeah, Fargo, the Billy Bob Thornton one. I think that's the first season. With what's that British lad's name? I've forgotten his name. Fuck. But all the seasons of Fargo are amazing. Yeah, first season of True Detective is I mean, the second and third season are good as well, but the first season is an absolute banger. How you doing, S Dogs? What's good, my guy? Hope you're doing well. Shout out to S Dogs MMA Talk. If you are a purebred MMA fan who only wants to go to a channel to talk about MMA and not other gay shit that we get up to in here, not that it's only gay shit, but you know what I'm saying. Subscribe to S Dogs MMA Talk. Lundies, I'm not buying you an iPhone. Stop coming in here and asking me that. I think it's Mike Hunt. I think you're right, you know. By the way, Joe DW, where are you from, bro? I feel like I need to know. You sound like a very reasonable, decent bloke. I love Joker for portraying maternal abuse in a mainstream movie. I mean, the concepts of it were amazing, but that to me isn't enough for a movie to be great. The only thing I didn't get with Guy Ritchie that I didn't love here was Revolver. I didn't really enjoy it. Me and you took tomorrow for predictions, brother. I'm going to be honest with you, S-Dogs. I don't mind coming on with you, but I'm not doing a predictions video for this card. It doesn't deserve my time. I am not doing research for this card. If I jump on there and say stuff about fights, I'm going to be making stuff up. South coast of England. Whereabouts on the south coast, my G? And how are you? I'm leaving, Frankie. Wish you the best and shout out to Techers. Adolfo, take it easy, bro. Thank you so much for turning up as always. You're amazing. I hope this won't put you off coming back because you've been a very consistent chat member and I appreciate you. Are you neat? What does that mean? Yeah, Revolver was average. The thing is here, if Revolver was a standalone movie by itself, I don't think people would have hated it that much. The weak point of Joker movie, in your opinion? This is going to sound fucked up, Yuri. I didn't enjoy it. That's simple. Ha 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 ha. How you doing, Bashir Mihiri? The reason why I read slowly, yeah, people think it's because I'm slow. It's because I read things in my head before I read them out. Like and subscribe. I want you on just for the vibes, brother. Who's on? Because I'm going live myself. So you need to make a very convincing argument for me to break my own streaming cycle and jump on. I'm joking. What time are you going on? I'll try. Oh, I can't drop the location like that, but it's southeast. Fair enough, brother. Fair enough. I grew up in southwest London myself. I just got a vibe from you that you're from, you know, a similar place to where I am. Because you don't sound like a fucking retard. So shout out to you. Yeah, stop me again and I'll cut your fucking Jacobs off. One of the best characters in movie history, Bricktop. What you need to, Maverick, take it easy, brother. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Yeah, it's just with Joker. I understand that it's a very good movie, but I didn't enjoy watching it, and I'll never watch it again. The writing in Guy Ritchie films is top notch. The thing is about Guy Ritchie things, they seem very authentic. Your family's from East London. I was getting a vibe. I'm not gonna lie. I can tell when a base Brit comes in here. All right, S Dogs, hit me up on Twitter. Yeah, I'm taking my son to some fucking, I keep forgetting it's the name of a chocolate factory, Cadbury World. So it depends what time I get back. But if I'm back, I'm definitely down. But you know that things get really bad when I get on your because you guys are actually adults that talk about MMA, whereas me, I can't keep myself under control. So I'm just saying, if you really want that Frankie flavor, I will pull up if I'm back, but you have been warned. But I sound what? How you doing, Khalil? Nice to see you, bro. Where are you from and what's your story? What is good in the hood? What is good in the hood? I feel like these 2 hours yet again have just breezed by. This has been really fun. It's nice when we can get into talking about normal stuff like TV shows and movies and shit. We were talking about music the other day, talking about books. It feels nice than rather just people coming in and saying you're gay. I mean, no matter how many times you say it, it's not gonna magically become true, and it's not gonna hurt my feelings either. MMA versus UFC. Well, MMA, UFC is like, you know, MMA is the discipline. UFC is just, it's like saying basketball, NBA. Do you know what I mean? Joker doing cigarette Tai Chi does it for me. Nihilism encapsulated. It is a very artistically well done movie. For me though, I mean, I would find it very, very difficult, yeah, to talk against the merits of how good the cinematography is, the dialogue is, the fucking, you know, the music. I can't talk against anything, but what it comes down to for me ultimately is how much I enjoyed the experience. So Takeshi, I would say this though. A better question to ask would be if I prefer something like UFC and one championship. To which I would say, if one was on at a better time, I would probably watch one more than I watched the UFC. And I think what's going to end up happening is Bare Knuckle is going to end up being the #2 combat sports organization in the world. And I think they're well on their way to getting there. It might take them 10 years, but they are going to be huge. Do you have a movie that always chokes you up? I do. I always forget the name of this movie. The movie is called Nowhere Special. I'm going to send you the link. This movie always fucks me up. Oh yeah, and Dumbo. Dumbo always gets me as well. When the mum gets Dumbo in her trunk and starts like cradling him like this and crying, I've discovered, yeah, I think what fucks me up here is anything that really hits a good tone with a parent being separated from their children. I find that Titanic. Titanic. Oh, that is fucking hilarious. Are we talking the first Joker or when we follow your Jew? There's no fucking conversation. It's a shit movie. But the first Joker is a masterpiece in terms of cinematography and as a cinematic masterpiece. But I just didn't enjoy watching it, and it's not something that I would go back and watch, which is why I don't consider it in my top list of anything really. And that's just me being honest. In Australia, we do backyard fights. I watch a lot of those, and you've got Brave in Australia, which is amazing as well. Aussies are just amazing at everything. UFC is more bloody wild. Oh no, it's not, sir. Some horrific things happen in one championship as well. It just does. It just does. Obviously, with one championship, you get a lot more straight up kickboxing fights as well. So you see some fucking. I've watched one cards where every knockout has been insane. You'll see like spinning elbow knockouts and fucking, like jumping knee knockouts all the time in one. Whereas in UFC, it's more rare. Frankie, Westy, Lane, much love. I got to hit the sack. Great stream, brother. Catch you reprobates in the next one. I will be back tomorrow. So shout out to you as always, Antec. Appreciate having you here. You've done a brilliant job tonight. Thank you so much for all the support and for and you know what? Yeah, it might be a time to end the stream soon because Mighty Mouse has taken the lead and I want to win the argument. So in the granite, how you doing, man? In the granite, every time I try and get at you to come on, I always somehow miss you. So we need to sort something out soon. I need to have you on a panel at some point. Shout out to In the Granite 617. He's got an amazing YouTube channel. Fucking very, very experienced guy who's got a lot of stories in life to tell. Give the guy a shout. Do you know India country? I've never been there, but I've got Indian friends, and obviously I know a fair amount about Indian culture. But until I visit, I'm not gonna say anything. I want to see more blood in the ring fight. If you want to see more blood, watch kickboxing organizations. You won't be disappointed. How come European dudes are always uncircumcised? I mean, it's a stupid question. Why would you remove something that you're born with? The real question you should be asking is, why are all American dudes circumcised? Why would you do that? 45 minutes heavy bag today. Shout out to you, Fad. Fad has been one of the fucking goats of this stream, so shout out to you. I think I mean, I don't really have strong opinions on the fucking circumcised, uncircumcised issue, but circumcised guys who go around saying that the uncircumcised guys are dirty, have a bath, cunt. Look after your hygiene and you won't have an issue. You give off major uncircumcised vibes, bro. I'm not gonna lie, gross. Sorry that disappoints you. I can't do anything about it. It's too late to do anything about it now. I'm 41 years old, bruv. India is a good country. West false about it country. So Magali, what has the referee? No, the umbilical cord's a completely different conversation, mate. That's a very, very like obtuse thing to say. What made Folly de Jew so bad? Given its name director is Todd Phillips and Joel Silver. I haven't watched it because of the reviews. I'm genuinely curious. There's no plot. It's basically a musical that makes no sense. The characters are stupid. The ending's stupid. The dialogue's stupid. I watched it, yeah, and I genuinely thought, I was thinking as I was watching it, what is even happening in this movie? Oh no, I've frozen. All right, hang on a second. I think my stream might be fucked up. 1 second, boys. 1 second, boys. Apologies. We'll be back. Yeah, Chief Queef, great name by the way. That is a terrible argument. A terrible, terrible argument. It's a spoiler to tell you exactly. No, Yuri, I think you should spoil it. Idiots that listen to mainstream media. Exactly. That's exactly my point. Anyway, the channel was kind of, I don't know. I think I might have got disconnected for a while there. So apologies. I was probably just talking to myself, which isn't that unusual for me. I'll keep it honest. I'll keep it honest. I hope he didn't answer my question while the stream is effed. What? Can you ask me the question again? I think YouTube, yeah, might have disconnected me. Quite possibly. Apologies anyway. If you want to ask the question again, I'm happy to answer it. But my stream did suddenly go off and then go back on again. Yeah, sorry guys. The stream has gone mad. The stream's gone wild. Point Blank's actually a good movie. I once visited India. It was very dirty and filthy. The people there are very unfriendly, different from my country, Japan. This is the thing though, yeah. People have very, very different experiences of going to India. They either say it's very friendly and like they've had great cultural experiences there, or they say they got scammed and it was shit. Well, check fold. It's the same argument you can make for anything. Sometimes people make great, like for example, you look at Christopher Nolan, yeah. He's made great movies and then he's followed them up with bad ones. I think with India, it very depends on what your sensibilities are and what kind of person you are, and where you go, and what kind of individual experiences you have. I think calling a country shitty just entirely is a bit unfair. It's unfair to just go off on an entire country based on one experience you might have had, and a lot of people do that. Hang on a second, boys. There we go. All right. Joker was the highest grossing movie of all time, beloved by mentally ill and the people who see a lack of justice. Joker 2 made him gay and raped him to death in prison. 100%. I think the problem is the Joker was never... It should have never been called the Joker. That was part of the problem. because it does not belong in that universe at all. How can someone be unbiased unless they truly don't care or don't know? I don't think it's possible to be unbiased. I really don't. Because it's funny that people are bringing up Indian people right now and say Indian people get a bad rep here for one simple reason or two simple reasons. It's because whenever there's a scam going on involving a telephone, it usually involves Indian people. And they just have very cultural things that make them come across as quite difficult to deal with. But I will say this, you can't judge an entire race of people on that because it's not like everyone's the same. And India is a very, very diverse country. It's a huge country. Like people from the north are different from people in the south, and so on. Don't judge and you won't be judged. I mean, I'll be honest with you, yeah. I'm somebody who is I don't give a fuck if anyone makes judgment about me because I will ignore the shit that I don't think is reasonable. And I will use criticisms to try and reflect and grow on certain things. So check fold. I would say that Tenet is a bad Christian Nolan movie because it's too convoluted. I think he's trying to be too smart and it's just confusing. I think that qualifies. I think you shouldn't need to. I think your head shouldn't hurt trying to enjoy a movie. So I would say Tenet falls into that cat. I did not like Dunkirk either. I thought Dunkirk was fucking boring, but he did Memento, which is one of the greatest movies of all time. Obviously, the Batman trilogy are what they are. I liked Interstellar. I liked Oppenheimer. So generally, he makes bangers, but I don't think he's got a flawless record, is what I'm saying. Should have been called Mental Health. Exactly. You stay on live for a long time. I acknowledge your dedication. I appreciate that, Ren. It's usually if the chat is going well, I tend to just like freestyle because I don't really watch the time. But when the chat was less active, it used to feel like a slog. So now, because there's so much to talk about and there's so many people engaging, it kind of just zips by. Do you like the Beatles? I do like the Beatles. I've got nothing against India. I don't. There are some things culturally I don't like about the way some Indian men behave, but there are some great cultural things about them as well. And there are some very good people and some very bad people, just like there are everywhere. Dunkirk, thank you. Who said Dunkirk was so good? Okay, somebody 007. What did you like about Dunkirk? What did you like about it? I'm curious. Like I'm not being facetious here. I genuinely want to know. Dunkirk stunk. Fury is my favorite World War II movie. I'm going to tell you something now, yeah. I saw Suicide Squad and Dunkirk in the same week. I've never had such a collective bad experience going to the cinema in my life than that week. Awful. Dunkirk is shit, in my opinion. It was boring and nothing happens in it. Fuck Dunkirk. Have you ever written a book before? I haven't. But I'm in the process of like drafting, like, I've got some ideas down for what I want to do for books. And when I retire, which I'm hoping will be in a couple years from now, I'm hoping to be fully retired again by the time I'm 45, and then I'm going to get on it. The music. We did it before, and then unfortunately one of my videos got pulled down. So I no longer do that. Dunkirk, I just didn't enjoy it. Again, I can appreciate something for its cinematography and its merits like that. I just love the name Dunkirk. Reminds me of Charlie Kirk. Brilliant observation. No, just as a movie, it just generally didn't do it for me. I didn't enjoy it. I'll be perfectly honest. I just didn't. Buddy, toilets in Zimbabwe are fucking disgusting. Are you in Zimbabwe right now? Do you mind if I ask what you're doing there? Just out of curiosity, are you there for work or would you get on TRT? Nah, I don't really care about being high in testosterone or jacked. I think there is something wrong with my stream, to be honest. I think something has gone south. Anyway, boys, it's 11 o'clock at night. So I'm gonna duck out now because I've got to take my son to Cadbury World tomorrow morning. Shout out to everyone who turned up. If you wouldn't mind dropping a like on the stream, I'd really, really appreciate it. I might hang around for like another 10 or 15 minutes because I think the stream has gone back on. He may need to reboot his router. No, I'm still online, but something's going on with it. There's a weird lag going on. Something wrong with your head. I mean, don't get me started, man. Yeah, there is something wrong with the stream. It's not just you. It's not just you. There's something wrong with it at the moment. It seems to be all over the place. It says we've got 57 people in here right now, but I'm not sure. I think we might be back. Because the watching just went down to like 12 people, and then it suddenly shot up to 57. So I'm assuming there's some kind of like YouTube issue or something going on. I don't know. Early retirement in March, traveling the world. Documentary, bro, you fucking deserve it. You 100% deserve it. What's up, Big Frankie? How you doing, Connor Stillers, man? I was about to duck, but it seems the channel was revived. I thought it had gone off. So I was thinking, hang on a second, there's something weird going on here. Okay, live streaming is good. Perfect. As soon as possible. I'm sorry. Yeah, guys, you know what? Yeah. Come to Zimbabwe. You can stay at my house. I really appreciate it. Guys, I'm going to have to lock. Like, I'm looking at it now. It might be YouTube. Yeah. It might be YouTube. It could be my connection, but I don't think it is. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I can see I'm getting a really bad lag right now, so apologies. Let me try and do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna fuck off here because it's clearly mad. But tomorrow I'll be back on same time. Shout out to everyone in the granite, Cheddarhead, Yuri, Westy, Takeshi, everyone who turned up today. What does the Bible say about watching inappropriate movies like porn? Well, why would it say anything about watching inappropriate movies like porn? The Bible came out centuries ago, you fucking dillweed. I'm kidding. Fair question. What's wrong with your stream, buddy? I don't know, man. It's fucked. The thing is that when I think it's fixed, it fucks up again. You're back, but no audio. For fuck's sake. Let me see if I can hear anything. Yeah, it's cooked. Yeah, this is fucked. And the problem as well now, yeah, is it won't let me go off either. Oh man. This is a problem because I can't even go offline now. Yeah, this is fucked. It won't let me it won't let me go offline as well.